Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Goodest Cast. I got a really special one for you. We filmed this one in Japan at Splash with Ryota and Mace. We talk about Japanese drifting culture, setup. We talk about the hierarchies. We really get into like what it's like to be a grassroots level drifter in Japan in the Kansai area. We hung out in Osaka. We got ramen after. It was a really good hang. I'm really happy we got to do it. Mace is one of the coolest dudes, and so is Ryota. I'm really happy that we could put this one out. We just talk about Kansai All Stars. We talk about so much cool stuff. So check it out. Ryota Hirakawa and Branden Mace. I'm happy you guys are here for this one. Roll it. What's up, everybody? You know what fucking time it is. Tire Streets time, baby. And the new 300 treadwear, big old chunk, stiff sidewall boys are out. They're out and they're ready to party. And I tested them out months ago and I liked them a lot. So I hope you guys do too. You should go check them out. TireStreets.com/goodest or click the link in the description. Goodest 651 for 20% off the 651s, the tried and trues. That's what I got on my car. That's what I party with. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself a set, dude. Run it up. Have a good time. Tell them I sent you.
The back end details of real life now as we're getting older, I suppose. Responsibilities.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It sucks.
It sucks.
I mean, it's cool too, I think, but, you know.
Well, it's like having a family, having a business, you have to be a lot more careful with what you do in the long run. Like,
where you spend your
we
time.
used to be able to just be like, Meihan next weekend, I've got $500 in the bank. Meh, fuck it. Yeah, let's go. But now it's like, if I spend all my money, I might not be able to pay my bills or I might not be able to do stuff. So,
yeah, invoices and pay.
I paid.
Taxes and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to be doing a podcast in Japan.
Do you reckon?
It's pretty cool to be able to do a podcast in Japan. Like I don't think any of the other drift podcasts have done that yet. So,
Has there been? There's been some linked ones, but
yeah,
not like
in
where
person.
you're in person and able
Yeah.
to sit down and talk. Yeah.
yeah, it's cooler. Yeah,
I think you start putting some on your calendar.
yeah,
There's plenty of people here now.
Yeah.
Heaps of people.
yeah. Well, I leave tomorrow, so
Fuck. New excuse to come back next time.
yeah.
Yeah, that event on the weekend, I reckon, will probably start up some probably like yearly events now, I think.
Yeah,
It'll be cool to see like at least one event every year, which a lot of people can fly in and do.
yeah,
That's super cool to see everybody's face from overseas and talking with them and driving with them, which is awesome.
Social media, like even meeting someone for the first time, it feels like you've known them for like 5 years or 10 years.
yeah.
It's crazy.
That's so emotional.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was nice. Like it was a good gathering. Was some cool driving. Yeah,
Yes, no.
Cool driving. Yes.
No, you didn't see my
not,
driving.
yeah.
My driving is so bad.
I watched. I think you're being hard on yourself.
Main corner, I was just all over the place. I found it really hard. So normally, like when you drive Bihoku, middle straight, you stop. You know how like Meihan back corner, you stop and you wait for the next car to go, and it gives you like a chance to go,
Yeah,
this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
With the double course layout, it was big enough that everybody was spaced enough that you could just keep sort of rolling. And it didn't give you a chance to go like, stop, think, okay, I'm going to go.
Right.
And you do the back section, and because you come out of the back section, you know, from driving, and then it's so close to the main section that it's like,
you might as well.
yeah, it's like, here I go. But you need like a switch to be able to go like, keep going or like switch off, switch on and restart. Because it's two totally different sections.
I didn't even know there was a back section.
Oh, yeah?
Like a course. What do you mean?
Like until I got there, I'd only ever done Assetto or ever seen videos
main.
from the main. I didn't know that it like connected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, and like I didn't know there was like a jump. Like the back section's cool.
I love it. Like, I really love that. Like, where the like link after we can like elevation.
Yeah.
The stride. I really love that.
Yeah. Did you leave the ground?
Sometimes.
Cool.
I actually didn't do it on the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't. I usually I like doing the jump when you come from the normal A like course. So you're turning right and then going over.
Yeah. But like this time,
Back straight would have been fast.
more speed. And then like doing that, then frick, boom.
Crazy
I
man.
love it.
Crazy man.
That was pretty cool. I didn't.
Yeah.
That was when Julio let me borrow his car. That was the only thing he said I couldn't do. he's like, you can drive my car, but like, please don't do the jump. I was like, and I was getting pretty cozy, and I'm like, it took some restraint to not like try one, but you know, I'm not gonna like total my friend's car
Right.
on the corner he told me not to drive. So
Like Bihoku in size is so much bigger, just normal B course compared to like Meihan or like Tokushima or Suzuka. So to then join another circuit onto it, it's really big and you can get so much more speed.
It feels so big. Even like at that time, like feels like so hot. Yeah, we're getting really, really hot.
I was okay because I wasn't driving much.
Me either. Maybe like
I did
took
4 sessions.
Oh, really? I took maybe 6 or 7.
4 sessions. So that's okay.
how often do you drive Bihoku? Like, is it pretty uncommon?
Maybe once a year or twice a year.
Yeah.
I've driven there, but
That was first time in 5 years for me.
yeah, sometimes it happens. Because I went there last January as well with Yusef and around that friends. But before that, maybe like before COVID, like 4 years,
Wow.
I haven't driven there.
It's just so far.
Yeah, kind of far. But for the American people, like 3 hours away, it's not far, right?
Yeah, no.
Close.
I can't remember. I think it was...
I mean, it depends on where you live and like what tracks you drive, but like, I'd say where we are, I don't know. Well, it's just like, I don't know if it's easier. You guys have those like cool, like stacker trucks.
I think the biggest difficult thing is the cost of getting there. So
Yeah.
like 3 hours drive is tiring, but it's okay. Whereas, I don't know, like, just to give you an example, I put 150 liters into the truck. So that was 20,000 yen. I then,
Like gallon?
3.5.
like, anyway, full tank for the truck. So, and that's a big size tank. Filled to Sylvia, so that's another 10,000 yen. And then highway is, I think it's 5,000, 6,000. So, like, that cost in itself is potentially 2 Meihan days.
Yeah, that's like hundreds of dollars.
So, that is, I think, the main reason why not as many people from Osaka go to Bihoku as much, because it's just a lot more expensive to go to. So,
But at least I really want to go there like maybe once a year.
I need revenge.
Because I love there to driving.
I need revenge.
Revenge.
I need revenge too. I need revenge on all these tracks.
I think it's difficult because Meihan is so close for us.
Yeah.
Too close from here to Meihan. I think it takes just 50 or 1 hour. Maybe less than 1 hour, I would say.
Really?
Yeah.
It takes me 45 minutes from my house.
No way. Yeah, that's close. So.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So close. So like to go from 45 minutes to 3 hours.
Yeah,
It's like,
compared
nah.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
But some people like you know, I think people that live in like Kobe, it's like an hour and a half to Meihan or an hour and a half to Bihoku, so
They
it's
just
the
try
same.
both. Yeah.
Or if you live in Tokyo, I think some tracks, it's always 2 hours away, whichever track you go to.
To Nikko and Ebes.
Yep. So,
But we have another option to go maybe like TKL, Tokushima Kart Run, and Motor Run Suzuka and Suzuka Twin Circuit.
I can't imagine living like
Like
an
these,
hour away from all those tracks.
Yeah, like
Those
these-
are like all tracks that are just like bucket list items that are just like dream tracks.
Tokushima or like TKL, I love it.
Yeah,
I would love to drive that track.
It is.
I never been to.
You've never been?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Really?
I should go.
Let's go.
How far is it?
3 hours away.
Just under 3 hours. I think
Like,
I did it
crazy.
in 2. I left at 6 and got home at 8. I did it in 2 hours exactly the other week, and that was like me
Wow.
just on the highway. But it's expensive because of the bridge.
Yeah, bridge.
There's a bridge to go there.
Two of bridges.
They're expensive on the like.
So we have to
ETC.
through like 4 times. So that's an expensive.
But that's a
part.
good track. A really, really good track.
Yeah.
Elevations.
Yep. Come up the hill and like, well, you kind of come down and then up and flick.
It looks so fun.
So in videos, it doesn't look that steep, but when you actually like either walk or like drive it, you come down to the bottom where you start going up, and it's quite high up. So it's really fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
I don't know, what's your favorite track that's in this area? Like you just, like Meihan's so good. Like I can't imagine like,
At the moment, I hate Meihan.
Why not?
I just haven't been having fun there lately.
Yeah.
cause it's like just too easy and
No, it's too hard.
I mean like it's too easy, like
Never get
distance-wise.
easy, but
Distance wise. Like it's like easy to get there, but like,
I've just been driving really badly lately, so I haven't been having fun, and I don't like it at the moment.
just take your time. To get
Yeah.
how often do you drive Meihan?
once a month or twice a month. But like lately, maybe once or 2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like winter season, so
Yeah. Does it affect like, yeah, cause is there snow at Meihan?
yeah.
Oh, interesting. So it's just like completely done during the snow.
Did you come to Akun's Day?
I didn't.
Not this year, last year. He
But-
did Christmas Day one.
Nah.
It was snowing,
Yeah.
and it was like,
When people were driving?
yeah, we were driving, and it was snowing enough for the side of the track to be white, but the track to be dry, so we were still
Yeah.
driving.
That's so crazy.
It was
Yeah.
weird. It was cold. But I've seen photos of like Jesse and Joel from C's Garage like years and years ago, and they said they couldn't get down the like ramp to the pits because it was like ice, and the whole pits was just white. Like
Yeah. Sometimes.
That's
ask Joel, he's got a photo of it. It
crazy.
looks like bizarre.
Did they still drive, or did they just have to turn around?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, like how would you get back up?
Yeah, we may as well
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah.
In one day, like I have a track day in B course, which is steep downside from C course. And then it came so much snowing while driving. And then I realized that, oh my gosh, I don't have snow tires on my rental truck.
Yeah.
So I think I couldn't go home with that thick snow.
Yeah.
And then like I very high up to packed up straight. It just
Barely made it.
made it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because the coast to like
Yeah, it's a
main
big
gate is so steep. Yeah.
How did you find drifting?
That's a good question. When I was, I think 14 or 15 years old, so my classmate, which is my friend, showed me a video option volume 100 DVDs, and then what this, and then something. There is like Kaido racers and like Wangan GTRs and of course Smokey Nagata doing outburn stuff, and
I love
and
that.
also
I love that so much.
there is in like 2002 D1 Grand Prix round 2 Sugo round. And then I watched that video, then mind blowing straight. I really want to do that, but like I didn't have a driver's license because in Japan, like we can get driver's license from 18. So I couldn't have that actual drifting. And then we bought Tamiya's RC car to put water pipes on it for drifting.
And
That's how I started drifting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, in person. So
Aren't you in magazine?
yeah,
Which one?
like and then my other friend's parents. So that parents really into the car, and then he bring me to Kansai All Stars 2005 when I was 16.
No way.
That was e-course.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, I think
Is that the video? Is that the same year where Jesse and Lawrence went and Nakamura does the like link? Is that the same year?
I think that is
Or was that-
2007 or something.
Or was that BM Cup?
Yeah.
MSC. Maybe.
So MMC is like after like BM Cup. So BM Cup shut down maybe until 2005 or something. But like I went to Kansai All Stars Drift Grand Prix in Meihan Eco's 2005 when I was 15.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then I watched my first actual drifting in person. And then it makes me so surprising what I expected. I wasn't expected. Because smell
Yeah.
and oil
yeah.
so strong for like 15 years old.
Yeah.
And then my brains got what that smells like, what that sounds too loud, and some of like FD3S rotor sounds
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
so loud for 15 years old me. And then yeah, I was surprising. I think that time who got won? I think Toshihiro Fujiki, he's got won that event, which is now he drives A86 orange one, like SR21.
Oh, was it the one at the event?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
came.
That's the one that has like all
Yeah.
the S chassis suspension on it and stuff,
Yeah.
right? Oh, I think he won Super D
Yeah,
Japan also.
yeah.
Yeah.
At that time,
Yeah.
he drives a 1TSX, like looks like kind of Need for Speed Underground's like sports compact 1TSX. He has neon like underglow
Yeah.
with like wide wheels and like
Cool.
some pinstripes on it,
Whoa.
custom paint,
Yeah.
green 1TSX. I still remember that.
Oh,
So
green underglow?
yeah, if you know, you know, like the car, like dress up car magazines,
Yeah.
is in there.
With the visors and the TV screens?
Exactly, that's the one. But like before that,
On
so
Mino video.
Mino Videos one is like newer, like 2007. I watched that one 2005. Like
That's who that is.
different liveries.
With Beware stickers and stuff.
Probably.
I think it had Beware stickers on it.
yeah.
So, JDMism Lawrence's video, Osaka Street Drift, but in the mountains at an old Mino spot.
I love that video.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 guys in that video, and it's just clicked that he's in that video.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
unreal.
That's
I
so
think
cool.
That car
after-
was so cool. What happened to his...
after 2 years later, in that video, I think that was 2007 or
Yeah.
8, I guess. So I watched his driving, and
That's gnarly. That's like one of the biggest videos
Yeah.
on YouTube, I reckon,
Yeah,
for
he-
like street drifting.
Yeah.
yeah, he was parked next to me on that last weekend.
Oh yeah, no, I know the car. Yeah, that's crazy.
His 180 was really cool.
Does he know that he won the first event that you ever went to? Did you ever tell him that?
I didn't tell him, but like I visit his workshop when I was 16 by
Bike? No way.
actual bike, not motorbike.
No.
Yeah. So he might be remember of me, like bicycle to visit his workshop in Kyoto at that time.
That's sorry. I'm just thinking like as a foreigner living in Japan, I meet lots of people that I see on like YouTube videos from like being in high school or like meeting people, becoming friends with people. But even as somebody that lives here and has grown up, still driving and like an amazing driver, you're meeting and touching shoulders, like being friends with people that you came into drifting like admiring or like that's weird. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also you're talking about Mino's video by Lawrence Sam, that in the like S13 Orange Driver.
Yeah, who is that?
So everybody asking me like, who is that?
Oh.
Actually, like my previous work, I'm working at used car workshop. So my ex-boss, his name is Imamaeda, which is he drives Super D Japan 2017 with his S14 Black one.
Crazy.
And then his mechanic, his actual race mechanic is him. Yeah,
Interesting.
because he introduced me, like his name is Yoshida-san, and then I
No way.
met him by chance, and then like he's actual like him. He told me, and then my memorize is that actually I've seen your video on board from YouTube, and then like he said, it's me, and then boom. Yeah, we became friends, and then sometimes we talked, but I haven't talked him pretty ages.
You know the
but
video, surely.
Yeah, like
It's
Osaka
crazy. So you're just
Japan.
like finding these like
like very
like
random.
legendary like
Why have you never told me this before?
Yeah, some people knows that video, some people doesn't know that videos, but like
I'll link it.
that's why
Yeah.
I love drifting. So
That's cool.
yes, by chance like people connected to somewhere. So
How did you decide that you were gonna like? Did you when you saw it, you're like, I want to do this, or were you just a fan?
I'm not sure. Just when I turned to 18 years old and then I got license,
Yeah.
I straight to buy S14.
Cool.
That's why.
Hang on. Your first car was S14?
Yeah,
My first car was S14.
yeah, I know.
Do you know how I know Ryota?
How?
Reckham 2011 Reckham event.
Yeah, 2011. Yeah, when I was 19.
So I came over to Japan for the first time with Casey, Mez, a whole group of guys, and I pulled into Meihan, and I had a red Zenki S14 at the time in Australia. I parked the rental car and red Zenki S14, and I was like, "Whoa, that's amazing! Like favorite car of the event." Took some photos, and then 2 years later, 2013, I moved to Japan, and I met Ryota, and he was like, "I think you took a photo of my car."
No way.
And I was like, "No, what, really?" And then went through my Instagram, and his car was the car that I took photos of.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that's how we kind of linked up.
Because I wasn't supposed to go that track day.
Were you driving?
Yeah.
Oh, did you drive?
Actually, I drive.
Do I have driving photos of you?
I actually drive, but like I wasn't supposed. I wasn't supposed to drive on that day. But so 19 years old me, I have maybe $200. okay, time to go on the half day, and then doing that, and then
I'm gonna dig this up now.
actually
It was the coolest car.
Yeah.
Well, for me, it was the coolest car there because it was like white S14, red S14, red S14.
yeah, actually it happens, and yeah, that was my first actual car, and then 19 years old me.
That was TD06, wasn't it?
Nah, T28, mate. I wish I could.
So which car was your first TD06 car? S13.
S13, yeah.
The S13.
Right. Hi?
Yeah?
Flip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bihoku
If
special.
you know, you know.
You flipped it at Bihoku?
Yeah. I flip.
How long? Like, how long had you been driving at that point?
That was what, 2000?
2013. I started drifting about 2010. So 3 years have been driving, then compete to D1 West series. Then actually that event is my first D1 event. And then that time, so regulation is very strict.
Yeah.
I haven't time to fit everything. Like have to write, have to have blinker, have to have wiper,
Yeah.
like every single pieces stuff I gotta organized, but like I didn't have a time, and then I couldn't pass the registration on that competition. And then I lost my practice session. And then I did so hard to the first qualified run. And then I got oversteer, understeer with the last corner, and then going to the last corner's wall by understeer, and then it like there has lots of tires on it.
Yes.
And then I climbed to the tire, then getting so much rip to
Start of Main Street.
the main straight. And then it feels like dream, like it's actually, it felt I wasn't fit, so, but it flipped. And then that S13 has registration. I drive to the Bihoku on that day
Yeah.
from early morning. And
Oh no.
of course, you know, like I have like so much air freshener
Yeah.
bottom of the seat. And then when I flip, so 10 of like air fresheners coming from the bottom. That was funny. Like, yeah, we have like G-force, so. And then, yeah, it feels actually like that with 4-point seat belt unlocked. And then some of guy helped me to unlock my belt.
And you just fell.
And then like, oh, like, and then like I was super, how do I say? Shocked. And then that who helped me, like.
I think it's crazy you rolled, but then how many meters did you slide upside down?
I thought, in my opinion, I thought like it goes maybe 50 meter, but like I checked the footage, 5 meter. Boom. That's it. I felt like a movie crash.
Yeah.
But that time I was shocked, and then.
Did you think about like, I don't know, was it scary? Did you not want to drive after that? Or did you just get back in?
Actually, I get back to the, I got like another car after 3 months.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
Is it 2011? Even like Instagram,
What a driving photo?
yeah,
Sick.
even didn't
Oh, it
know.
looks cool.
2011, in 2011,
I was using Instagram.
I actually have an Instagram in 2011, I think. I started maybe 2000.
I think I have a
13 or
photo of it
14.
in the car park too.
That's so cool.
Oh, there we go. That's down to
Yeah, because
D-course. And
that's a Bison, I think.
buys 180,
180
carbon
SX.
180 in front.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. It looks good, dude.
That was a cool car.
Yeah. Yeah, good
Thank you.
style.
Yeah, it's actually, I practiced with this car for 3 years, and that was T28 car, and I just put boost controller on
Yeah.
and HKS actuator. That's it.
Yeah.
And 235 40 17 inches for rear. That's it. Like Kenda tires.
Yeah.
KR20.
Yep.
It much grippy
Yep.
with a 250 horsepower car. So
Yeah.
I learned a lot from that car.
When did you go TD06?
Actually, that car I crashed at my second Ikaten competition
Oh.
when group drifting.
Oh no.
Yeah, I hit so hard on the wall,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna resell or I'm gonna buy a new car.
Yeah.
Because at that time, actually, I bought that TD06 S13 with Rego. Car was
This is gonna be good.
$4,000 on that time with 18 inches wheels and knuckles.
No way.
Yeah, and almost like brand new TD06 kit.
Yep.
And that time,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit expensive.
Yeah, it felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the prices are getting pretty crazy.
yeah,
The amount of cars that like in the first 2 or 3 years that I lived here that were like offered to me or up for sale
Yeah.
that were like 5, 6, 700,000 yen, and it was like too expensive. And now it's just like you can't find a normal car for that price now.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
We still do it.
yeah. We gotta do it.
It's a good thing you got in when you dig. I feel like it's like a lot harder to start now.
I don't think so.
Really?
In Sylvia's, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like overseas, like Australia, New Zealand,
Like
US, 350Z. Yeah.
Yeah. What do people drive here when they can't get S
350Z.
chassis?
Yeah, but nobody has 350Z in Osaka, Kansai.
I think so. Yeah.
Meihan, like.
If you just enjoy and like just blast car is like the N6, like GT86.
Yeah, I saw a couple of those when I was there on Monday. I was like, okay, this is the new platform.
86s are probably more popular here than Zs, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
We just have a lot of them.
well, that's the thing.
really?
In Japan, they weren't that popular.
Yeah, they
So
were
there's not that many here.
They were super popular in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, no, it's good for you guys because there's a car that you can get reasonably cheap and start driving in. For us here, it's like the 350Z, because it wasn't popular, the ones
They're
that are for
expensive,
sale, they're
yeah.
kind of expensive. So it's like,
I'm not going to go stuff this in a wall.
well, not really that. It's just to start drifting, you need to spend money on a car to make it driftable. For
Yeah.
a 350Z here, there's no Japanese parts for them. Like it's all like GK Tech or it's parts that are from overseas.
Exactly.
So that stuff is more expensive here. So
didn't
to
think
set
about
that
that.
car up to drive here, you need overseas parts. So it's kind of expensive. But 8.6, there's not, Cusco and stuff like that. You can
Yeah.
get diffs and seats and stuff.
Yeah.
Steering, I think they're starting to do now, but
Yeah, we will see next 2-3 years.
I think like Kazama makes stuff for those cars. And
Kazama, yeah, he's been doing heaps on them. Wisteria. Wisteria's doing stuff on it. What's his Fujino? Fujino-san.
Like Wisteria.
Yeah. So they're doing a fair amount on them now, but they're still slow.
They're really slow.
Especially the first generation, like 86s.
Yeah.
They're proper slow. But they look cool, I think.
Yeah,
So.
they work. I like the new body style too. The new body style is way better. And like they actually have torque now, which is nice.
Still would take the engine out, but
I would too.
I think we've been lucky to experience Silvias cheap, so we still want Silvias.
Yeah.
So it's the hardest bit about it is like, if we crash a car now, it's like, well, I want another Silvia, or I like driving the Silvia because I'm used to the Silvia, so I want to stay with the Silvia. But
It seems like the like Kansai area is very Sylvia. Like it's like if you don't have a Sylvia, like what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. If I'm gonna buy like another like maybe Jay-Z or something,
Yeah.
I think my friends will say, what are you gonna do?
we did. You bought JZX and we all said, what are you doing?
I had JZX 100, but
Did you like it?
yeah, I straight to sell. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I mean like it seems like that's the only car to have here.
It's productive environment, I suppose, is like Meihan suits Silvia cars. So because Meihan's close to us, we all use Silvias.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched JZXs try and drive Meihan. It just looks weird. Like they don't move correctly to do it properly.
Longer chassis,
Yeah.
bigger horsepower,
Yeah.
shorter space to transition. So
Wow. Something.
boom.
But I actually realized when I go to like Tokyo area, so my friends are from Heyman Products, Shinji Minowa. So he invited me to drive them truck day in Fuji Speedway Drift Park. There is so many cars, maybe like 60 or 70 cars, but just only 2 Silvias.
Yeah.
And then all the JZX.
Yeah.
I was so in shock.
Yeah, I think it's like it is very regional.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe workshops too, like
Yeah,
workshops
exactly.
in Kansai,
Yeah.
everybody specializes in Silvias or,
Yeah.
I mean, there are some other shops.
I think, yeah, depending where you live.
Yeah. It's like that's not really the case. Like in the US, like drift cars are drift cars. It doesn't like like here, this is what people drive, and then here people drive this. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
It's same as Australia. Like when I built my S14 in Australia, I wanted to take it to someone that knew what they were doing with Silvias, but every shop has done Silvias, Skylines, like this, that, and all the rest, that you can't find someone that is like specialty. Whereas here in Kansai, it's like, if you're building a Silvia or you need to work on a Silvia or need to get like special work done, there's like 3-4 guys that have been touching Silvias for the last 30 years. And it's all they touch. And if you have a problem, they just go, oh, it's this. It's crazy. So it's
That's pretty cool. Oh, how do we make it so that this area never runs out of Silvias?
I think that's Japan in a bubble for me though, is that working with GTRs and stuff now, I'm meeting all the GTR specialists, but they're all like 50-year-old, 60-year-old guys or 40-year-olds that own shops, and they originally worked at Nissan when GTRs were first released. And then when they stopped selling GTRs at the dealerships, they weren't working on them as much. So they opened their own shop. Because they liked the car so much, they made their own shop and they then worked on those cars. And I think there's the same, like, do you think Takumi's like that? Takumi is a Nissan mechanic.
Yeah, I think
And
it's
then-
Nissan mechanic.
Now he's like got his own shop and he is so good with Silvias.
Yeah.
So,
Like all,
Sky Motors?
yeah,
Yeah.
all the Kansai drivers and like SRs, like he's built himself. Like Naoki-san's engines and like our engines and like everybody's like I think Fujio-san's engine as well. Like almost everybody's SR.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Poor Takumi.
Like it's actually like his SR god here. Yeah.
Yeah.
If something problem, we will ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's also really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you, I mean, I feel like the progression of driving in this area has like, definitely, it seems like it just keeps climbing. Like, why do you think the progression of drifting and like the style of drifting that happens here is so unique? And
Tires.
Tires?
I think so.
what do you think?
What's the progression means?
So like getting better, like leveling up.
Oh.
They're like every year Kansai All Stars. I think, what the fuck? And then the year after, another level. And it's like, how does it keep getting better?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but like normally I recently use the very sticky tire on the rear. It can be very easy to drive so aggressive and like making smoke. It looks good, just good for competition. But like before that, I use lots of, like Kenda tires and like just like small street tires.
I remember
Yeah.
when Zestino came out here in Japan, everybody used Zestino.
Yeah.
And everybody sort of went max driving with Zestino, and it got really expensive and people were breaking their cars all the time. So they went back to Kendas, and then everybody sort of went going crazy on Kendas again. And then Velino, like Good Rides.
Good Ride, yeah.
What other brands? A couple of brands came out that were like pretty...
Nankan.
Yeah. We're kind of cheap, but still high grip. So everybody went back again. And then that then brought the speed back up again, and people started building faster cars again, and it went like another level up. So that's why I think it's tires, is purely because it's affordable to get good tires now. So people can push their driving because they have good tires.
Do you think other parts of other like regions of Japan run sticky tires on like say like a 350 400 horsepower car?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. I think everybody in Kansai takes it really serious. When you go to Meihan, like 95% of the people that are at Meihan, they've been driving Meihan for like 15 years minimum.
Yeah.
And they're all, I hate to say it, but they're all like, that is their hobby. Drifting is their hobby. So they concentrate and spend all their money on Meihan. So they buy good tires. And I think like other circuits, there's people that are like that, where they just concentrate on just driving and stuff. So they spend the money on having good equipment or like good tires and stuff. But I mean, I think at one point Ebisu was like, everybody ran pretty much low grip tires for a long time because it's such a big circuit and it was so expensive just to keep buying expensive tires.
Yeah.
So depending on like horsepower of your car and stuff, like some people may actually hold back on getting expensive tires because they're using them so much. To go out and practice and blow $1,000 on just tires, it makes it hard to go practice again. So
Interesting. Do you think like the kind of short track Meihan style courses promote a grippier tire setup, which in turn allows you to try more, like drive more aggressively because you're on a grippier tire?
in my image, you probably would use one pair of tires, depending on how you drive. I think most guys will use one pair of tires at Meihan in a practice day.
I think so, yeah.
If you go to Nikko or if you go to Mobara,
Yeah.
bigger corners. Maybe not Nico so much, but like Mobara has like a big. I reckon you probably use 2 sets of tires in a practice day. So if it were me, I would want to use cheaper tires because I know that I'm going to use more tires. So at Meihan, if you can afford to have 1 pair of tires for the one day, last the whole day, you can
Push a little harder.
push harder because you can have confidence in the better tire.
Interesting. Yeah, we kind of do that too. I wonder why. I wonder if that's kind of the parallel and one of the other reasons we're trying to like emulate that driving style and
Yeah.
those tracks. And
that kind of happened like Queensland Matsuri, 2 days driving in Australia, big circuit, everybody rocks up with 10 or 20 tires.
yeah.
To buy 10 or 20 tires that are a high grip in Australia is like $200 a tire.
Yeah.
That's a big expense for a weekend. So everybody goes back to a simple, cheap tire, which then limits your driving, I think, personally. So I think also there's a level of driver difference there as well. Like I've seen like Naoki, Hiro, Ryusei, I've seen them drive just as good on Kenders as they drive on high grip tires. And that's like serious skill.
Yeah.
Australia, not bad mouthing them, but because of the tire, I don't think they are pushing themselves as much as they could to learn and grow and develop and push the driving style as a whole.
Yeah.
To be consistent and more aggressive, I think. Get more point on the qualify or the event,
I see.
I think. Yeah.
Do you think also these like I don't know, elite level drivers that are constantly driving Meihan and like setting the bar higher makes everybody else want to chase that? And like
I think so.
We have to.
yeah.
We have Osaka qualify in 3 weeks.
In less than 3 weeks, I think. Yeah.
So Kansai All Stars is top 12, top 14, 16 members.
Top 12.
Yeah. So you have to, I mean, most people want to drive Kansai All Stars. It's a fun event to drive and it's pretty social. It's probably the biggest competition in Osaka or like in Kansai. But like to get in that top 12, particularly in Osaka where it's maybe 50 people that will go and try and qualify, to get top 12, you have to be pushing in the sense of like constantly practicing. And if someone levels up, the other 11 people have to level up as well.
Interesting.
So it kind of naturally pushes the level up.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I never thought about how Kansai All Stars probably like that's another like, element in the like constant progression of the skill in this one area. Yeah, that's actually sick. We should do that other places.
So, I mean, it's even I suppose if you didn't have Kansai All Stars, you've got like D1 Lights and stuff like that, competitions at Meihan. So the guys that regularly drive Meihan that do the competitions as well, they're pushing the level as well. So, but yeah, for people regularly going, when you see something being achieved, it's like, oh, I want to do that too. Or next year, if I don't do that, I might not get into the team or I might not be able to do a competition like them. So,
Yeah.
Is that like, so Kansai All Stars is kind of the pinnacle of the area?
I think so.
So everybody like wants to join the actual Kansai All Star Grand Prix, which is like, so I got to qualify.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to join that competition.
And it's like different regions against each other.
Yeah. So all the prefectures in Kansai.
Yeah.
So just in Osaka, because I'm living in Osaka. Yeah, Osaka is very
competitive.
Competitive, and I got so hard to get qualified.
Have you qualified?
Yeah.
Cool.
But we will see this year's one. Because I didn't have practice time on Meihan. So.
You said that last year.
And you still qualified?
Yeah.
7th last year, didn't you?
Yeah, 7th. Actually.
That's 7th 7th for Osaka. So that's like there's like 12 spots for each
Yeah.
prefecture.
So there's 12 spots for over 25 years, and then there's supposed to be 3 spots under 25, and then 2 spots ladies, but no more ladies are driving for Osaka.
So it will be just on like under 25
Yeah.
for 5 or 6 people.
So Osaka's awesome. Every year, the 12 people are the same. You can start the day, check everybody at driver's meeting and go, they're in, they're in, they're in, they're in, they're in.
But when I was young and then I really want to qualify, like so many like familiar faces still there, and then like I couldn't do it. I can do it, but
What changed?
yeah.
What changed?
Like,
how did you get in? Tell me your secret so I can get in.
Just consistent driving,
yeah.
I think. So when I was very young, I couldn't do like consistent driving. But Kansai also qualify is just like roulette judgment, which is maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 lap have to like consistency. So you couldn't get spin, you couldn't get like
Bad line.
try shallow line. Like every single 7 or 8 lap, you gotta do perfect runs. So will be points with consistent, aggressive, how much angle you get, like what lines you get, taking a clipping point, how many smokes and like which entry speed, and so we are very
nervous.
I'm not nervous, but yeah, for now, yes. But yeah, very strict.
And it's crazy that it's one track and everyone's been driving it for decades.
Yeah.
And it's like the same. I mean, I think the line kind of changes over the years and stuff, but it's the same like layout.
Last year they changed the line like completely. It was a complete change. So everybody at qualifying was like, "Oh, it's really hard. Oh, we're not doing well. I don't know if I'll win."
It's okay.
Busy man.
Yeah.
That's okay.
CoroWorks, baby. They're the jam. They're the freaking absolute jam. They're good people. They got a sick shop. They build cool cars. They sponsor a lot of really good drivers. And some of those drivers wouldn't have a shot without CoroWorks. I'm now one of those drivers. CoroWorks has put me on their fucking back and carried me all the way into next year. And I'm proud. I'm proud to wave the Coro flag. I'm proud to represent some of the coolest dudes in drifting. CoroWorks is sick. They got the sick engine bay dress-up parts. You could buy whatever you want from them. I don't know if that's legal to say, but you know what I'm talking about. What? I'm not talking about drugs. I mean like car parts and stuff. I hope. Guys, if you want the coolest shit on the planet, if you want to be cool, there's only one place to go. And it's not Magic City, it's CoroWorks.
But whereas last year was, you know how there's like tarmac section and concrete section at Meihan, like the main corner. It's like smooth, and then there's like the concrete section.
Yep.
It usually is like one rear wheel off is the right line, but last year they made it that 0 wheels are off, but you had to be right up to it. And so that means that you have to like, from the wall, you have to like accelerate a lot earlier. And make a really, really strange line with like the outside and the inside clipping point. So everybody was like, this is really hard. Like it's totally different to what we used to be the line of like either 1 or 2 wheels off and no braking. So it changed the game up a lot. But there were still people that made it look easy.
The drivers,
I was there on Monday, and like I was watching Kawabata, drive it, and I was like, I don't know. It's just crazy to see like the level of skill and like coming from America and then pulling up and seeing. I mean, I've been to Meihan like 8 or 9 times now for different days, for different stuff. And like, it's every time I go, I'm still like super impressed by like somebody or one of, a car I've never even seen before and some just like generic.
Like new drivers.
Yeah. Like no social media presence, nothing, but just like raw driving skill. And that's kind of one of the things I don't know. It's just like this like mysterious place where like it just breeds these like insane drivers. I think because of that like consistency and I wish I lived 45 minutes away.
To drive Meihan, you have to commit 110%.
Yeah.
And to get Meihan right, you have to drive 110%. So like if you want to do competitions at Meihan or if you want to do Kansai All Stars, you have to get consistent at driving 110%. You can go to Meihan and drive 90% and look good, but to somebody that goes all the time, they'll be like, that's the wrong line, this is the wrong line, this is the wrong line, you're in the wrong section. You're braking here, you shouldn't be braking here, you should be entering here. So like Meihan from a whole, it's like you can drive it 3 different ways, but that perfect way or that 110% commitment is like on point. And there's people that just practice that commitment level just week after week or month after month.
We need just confidence with every single runs. So
that I think that's what breeds good drivers out of Meihan, is because they're used to commitment. Whereas you could go to other like circuits, like TKL, for example, you can drive TKL reasonably well at 90% commitment. But if you put a Meihan driver there who's used to driving at 110, they're just wild. They're wild at TKL. So,
do you think that because, so like if you're in this area and that's your track and you go drive it and you're like learning to drift at Meihan, like does it weed out the people pretty quickly who are not picking it up quickly? I guess not the best way to ask, but like, do you think that like and also the people who start to progress and if you crash, you have to be really dedicated to like keep going.
Yeah.
Do you think that has anything to do with the progression here?
Yeah. I think every driver that has driven at Meihan over the last 10, 20 years, how many crashes have you had at Meihan?
I have no idea. Maybe like, like 15 or 20 times.
Yeah. And like
including
big crashes.
Yeah, big crashes. Yeah. Even so many like reshells and
maybe Meihan drivers that are really good, maybe like screw loose.
Have to screw loose first and then go to drive.
Like, whatever. I want to do the best line I can. I'll reshell if I have to. That's like the mentality you have to have.
And that is 110% commitment.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot of tracks that you can go to and drive knowing that you're not going to write your car off. So you can be pretty chill.
Yeah.
If you go to Meihan, if you drive pretty chill, it's more dangerous than driving at 110%.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's why like, did you come in the rain the other week? I was driving so bad in the rain, but it was getting even more dangerous because I was trying
to drive less.
To drive harder.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And then went back to basics and then started going again. So it's like, it's bizarre.
Yeah, even Julian said Meihan in the rain is like really gnarly because of how like patchy it is in different areas.
It's worse now as well because they redid one section onto the main straight, so it's super grippy, and then it's not grippy, and then it's kind of grippy, and then really slippery.
I had a drive in Meihan last January 4th, which is so much snowing. But like before the mini competition, we got totally like sunny. We got hot, and then we had very good grippy. But like afternoon session has lots of snowy. It turns so snow like ice skate rink. And
That sounds scary.
yeah, it feels like half of speed. After that,
what do you think's worse? Dry morning, wet afternoon, wet morning, dry afternoon.
Both sucks.
Everybody like usually says like if it's raining in the morning, like really patchy, they just want it to continue rain.
Yeah.
Or if it's like sunny, they want it to be sunny all day. Because changing Meihan in the
so
day,
hard, yeah.
Spirit Purple Day was the worst I've ever driven at Meihan.
I was there for
One
that.
session raining, one session dry, one session hot.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like
Yeah.
the group before you would have full wet and then dry the track up because it stopped raining, and then you go out and it's
Yeah.
like partly dry, and then the next group goes out and it rains again.
Yeah.
Like it was so hard because
Yeah, there was like a few crashes that day.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
the good thing, like Meihan, you can go up to someone and be like, I'm having like a hard time or I'm struggling, and they'll help you.
That's cool.
But if it changes like weather conditions, everyone's just like, I can't help you. I don't know.
yeah.
So
But my favorite part in Kansai All Stars is just you can drive with very famous drivers, which is D1 Grand Prix driver. Like Naoki-san's compete, and Masato Kawabata-san compete, even like D1 Grand Prix, and so many lights drivers, all the D1 Street Legal drivers as well. And then we could have chance to battle with them. So
yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
it's like a competition, but a competition between friends.
yeah,
So it's not like I'm a professional, I'm here to win because I have sponsors. It's more like everybody's there just to like see who knocks out their friend.
Yeah, that's cool.
So it has like a really sort of like cool atmosphere of like, haha, I got you last year. Are you going to get me this year? Or like that sort of like to and fro of Osaka won last year. So
yeah,
is Nara going to knock us out or like something like that? Knock us
Yeah.
out. I didn't even qualify. But yeah, but you know what I mean? Like
it's so cool that it's regional, and then it's like kind of like this, like you gotta like I've always I would love to do something like that. And
I mean,
California.
Final Bout kind of does something like with the like
the location.
yeah.
Yeah, but there isn't any like emphasis on like you came from west, and now it's west versus east or whatever. Like, I guess they could do that.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I guess I gotta like mentally keep track of where everyone's from because I'm the one telling people what's happening. So I guess it's on me. It's not a bad suggestion. But like, I think it'd be cool. I don't know. I think it'd be cool to do that somehow. Like
Find
maybe
out
like
about
a West Coast one or something.
All Stars. That's
Yeah.
cool.
No, not with Final Bout. They're doing their own thing.
Make your own All Stars.
Yeah. California All Stars.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I guess like within each state in California, like, hang on, this is going to struggle me now. In America, within all your states, the states are so big that the areas within themselves are big, right? Like
Yeah.
Japan is so small that Kansai, like Osaka is small, so
Yeah.
it's
They
easy
just
to break it up.
They just had an event called like NorCal All Stars, but it wasn't. They just called it All Stars because I think of. I don't know. I don't want to be rude, but like they didn't do it like that way. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like Sacramento versus like Oakland or whatever. Like that would be pretty cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
I suppose you. Do you have enough people in like
Northern California.
those small areas to be able to do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like California has more people in it than I think Australia and
Hey.
and Canada.
Are we counting the kangaroos as well?
Well, then definitely not. I still didn't get to see one when I was there. It was disappointing. I have to go back just purely for the kangaroos.
Let's go. Did you
Yeah.
eat one?
Huh?
Have you eaten kangaroo yet?
Eaten?
Yeah.
No, not
It's
yet.
delicious.
I ate.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Do they have it here?
Nah.
Did you have it when you went to Australia?
Yeah.
Are you like pretty much an honorary Australian at this point?
Yeah, because a lot of my friends, like, they told me or like some of swears.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Your first trip when you came home and we met up for dinner and you said to me, like, I'm not going to say it because I don't, maybe I did on the last time. You said the C word. You're like, I jumped in the car and he was like, hey, cunt, how are you? And I was just like, Ryota, do not say that.
Yeah. I'll be careful to use that word, C words, yeah.
Yeah. So really you're an honorary bogan at this point.
Logan.
Logan Bogan.
Yeah. Logan from Logan. So, yeah.
How many cars have you had at this point?
My first car, which is a red S14 Series 1, for 3 years. And after that, I purchased S13 for 1 year.
Oh,
And other one is S14 Series 2 is for 3 years. And then I crashed so hard in Meihan. Then I bought S14 Series 2. I think, So that fourth car is just 1 year. I crashed so hard again. And then this car for last 6 or 5 years.
Yeah, that's not crazy.
Yeah.
When did the green start?
I just wanna have my own colors, so and also I really love green, so I just paint it.
Yeah, it's a cool color.
Yeah.
Is that like part of the community in this area? Like everyone has like their own kind of, it seems like everyone has their own
Colors.
their own like branding, I guess, for their cars. And
So my type of color is just green.
but Osaka cars are very similar.
I think similar, yeah.
And then if you go to like Shiga cars are very similar. And
What's
Kyoto
like-
cars are very similar.
what's kind of like what's like a big noticeable difference between the locations?
So you can tell?
It's because I think like everybody gets their cars built by one shop or a similar shop. So like Shiga, in my opinion, Jordan's gonna laugh, they run really light cars. 180, they take everything out. And then Osaka cars, we all run different, like, we have like a different style of setting up suspension, I reckon, compared to like Hyogo or something. Hyogo is like Monsan. Osaka is Sky Motors.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like when you work with a shop that specializes in Sylvia's or something, they all have their own way of building cars. So it kind of comes into us as well.
Each prefecture has a boss shop, and then they're gonna like teach how to drive and how to set up style everything.
Super Japanese style.
I see.
Yeah, because my mentor is Takumi. Like he, like teach me how to, like Leo drive.
Yeah,
Like
he's a
right
good driver
drive.
too. Yeah, great driver.
So
I had a big chat to him
hey,
maybe 3 weeks ago,
Oh,
4
yeah.
weeks ago.
yeah.
I said to him, I want to drive better at Meihan. And he
You asked?
said, advice he gave you was advice he gave me about
How
harness,
to? Yeah.
handle, looking. And he was like, I told this to Ryota and it helped him. And I'm trying to do it myself, but maybe it's not working yet. But
What does that mean? Like,
so in simple, steering wheel a little bit lower than what you wouldn't, like if you get into a car and you set your steering wheel,
Yeah.
normally like you have your hands a little bit high.
Yeah.
So he said to lower it down as much as possible so that when, this is going to look funny, when you do full counter at Meihan, that.
I
Yeah.
think he didn't tell that to me. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Maybe.
Maybe because I'm taller, my steering wheel was
Yeah,
high. he told
exactly.
me.
I'm short. Fuck off.
Your steering wheel is always low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too low and too close.
Close.
Like.
But he said because my steering wheel is high, it's hard to look. So you lower it down and it lets you look.
Ah.
And then what else did he say? So like when you flick at the wall, you look at the wall. When you're here, you keep looking at the wall. When you see the end of the wall approach,
You look at the apex.
you then look at the next spot.
He told me about that.
Instead of being like, I'm not going to look at the wall because I'm going to hit the wall. You
Yeah.
look at the wall because it's your reference point. And it's also your reference point when to start accelerating.
Yes.
And then it's from the wall, you naturally want to look at the apex because you want to go to the apex. But if you look there, you come shallow. So
Ah.
you look for the spot on the
See,
floor
that's fucking
and you watch
wrong.
the floor.
Yeah, to forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how like there's this one corner that's so technical and has like
Yeah.
so many like card setup changes and like just
Yeah.
there's like so much thought into like doing one corner properly. I think that's it. It's like the fixation on like one tiny like thing.
But I think what most people don't realize is that main corner is only 50% of being able to drive Meihan well.
Yeah.
If you don't get the hairpin onto the main straight right,
Oh, that's it. Everything.
don't worry about this. You're not going to get it right.
Yeah.
So with the looking points, it also evolves down the back corner. You need to position the car right in the right gear, in the right acceleration. If you're flat foot and you're sort of like, yay, this is really fun,
Yeah.
you're not going to do
You're
it.
not going to do it because
Yeah.
you have no speed.
Because I always doing like when I get first lap and then I choose where I flick
Yeah.
to the point,
Yeah.
to the enter. And then if I feel shallow, I'm gonna do like more like late entry. If I gonna get like wider, I'm gonna get like before the entry, RE entry. And then like every single track where I enter like that to calculate to the right position.
Interesting.
I think, yeah.
It's one of those circuits, like sort of, kind of like I said before, it's just like 90% driving commitment. When you drive 110% commitment, the smallest things matters at that course.
He told me about that.
No, I'm saying that. Like,
yeah?
if you don't get 1% or 10% right, the next section is not
Yeah,
right.
the next 90 doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, some
like,
people
stop doing this. You're doing that wrong. It's like,
Yeah.
why? Just do this. Okay, you do it, and then it's like, oh, that works.
I think a lot of people listening to this probably haven't or won't drive Meihan, but they have on Assetto Corsa like thousands of laps. And like, I have also, and just even after the hairpin, the like left onto the straight, like just getting that down took me like forever. I would just get left every time.
Chassis change as well. 13, 14, 15 is a different line onto the straight.
Interesting.
So,
Is there like a huge difference between 14s and 15s?
uh,
think yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Every time I drive an S15, I'm just like, this is the best car ever.
I'm struggling S15 at Meihan. I'm really struggling.
Yeah.
I feel like when you get onto the main straight and you straighten up and then flick, the S15 really like snaps
Yeah.
straight. So like 13s and 14s, you know how people jump the like curb onto the main straight?
Yeah.
You can't do that in an S15.
Really?
Because when it lands, it'll go like,
And that's just like common knowledge of.
not by me. I only learnt that recently.
Oh man. Yeah. A lot of time and dedication to perfecting.
Yeah. Also, we have lots of types of the where last corner hairpin to the straight lines. So some people doing like striding, but like some people doing very grip driving to the straight with a jump. Yeah, even lots of drivers who they just like driving style is so different where you drive like hairpin to straight. That's
And
pretty
then
interesting. Yeah, because
if you go from like single run to chasing, then
exactly because it's so narrow where the last corner.
Yeah, you don't know where they're going to
we
be.
don't have any space, so
so people that are good at chasing at Meihan, they're good drivers. Because
Yeah.
to keep that distance
Proximity,
is so hard.
yeah.
Really, really hard.
Even like same as asset coaster, when you chasing some strangers, if that guy is fast guy, it's hard to like chasing
On the
into
straight.
the straight to the enter. But like same things in real life one as well. Yeah.
It's crazy that just the setup corner is like a telltale sign of like if someone. And is it just like commitment or like knowing how to put the car where they're gonna be, or just like knowing what's gonna happen because they're in a certain part of the track, or like what is it that?
I think it's experience, and like guys are just really, really experienced with driving that course so much with so many people that are different levels of driving that they can read what is going on.
You know,
So-
the really good driver, if I find it and then I'm gonna chase him, I couldn't get him. Maybe like takes maybe 20 laps.
Yeah.
If I can imagine like Naoki-san's in front of me, I can't like
Run away.
run away. Yeah. So the levels. So, but it's fun to drive with anyone.
How long? Yeah. How long? Like, is that track? Was it a kart track before it was a drift track? Like, what's the history?
In Meihan Seagulls.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Actually, I heard someone telling me that was karting track
Yeah.
on the first. And then for now, like gymkhanas and maybe like motorbikes sometimes.
Interesting.
Sometimes, mainly.
Maybe, yeah.
And then you rally, not rally cross, but gymkhana.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Gymkhana and then drifting. So, but
But mainly that track is like karting track, I heard. Because it's so tight.
Yeah. When did that change? Who was like I want to know who like the first people to
Yeah,
drive
right.
it were. Because it like doesn't seem like a track that you'd be like, that looks good for drifting. Like if it was like the early days, but then you go and do it and
well, the crazy thing is, early Meihan days, the wall had foam along
Yeah.
the wall.
They don't have a wall,
So it was
actual
even
wall.
skinnier.
Yeah.
I think I've seen that. Yeah. I always wondered why they did that.
No idea.
When I see first like very, very old footages of Meihan drifting is 1999 Ikaten competition. in
1999?
Meihan. Yeah. So like legendary Croissant was that day.
Crazy.
So at that time they didn't have an actual concrete wall on the first corner, like just sponge pad.
Oh.
And then also where the like second corner's apex, like behind that course, nothing, just like a mountain, like something different. Yeah,
There's going to be someone that watches this podcast and they're just going to like bring up all these old like
I think
YouTube
you can
videos.
type.
Yeah,
I hope
100%.
so.
Like-
Please do it.
I think
Comment section will have just like people trying to get the oldest Meihan video.
I've seen like some of maybe first Kansai All Star Drift Grand Prix is 2001. Is
I want to see that.
actually like very small Meihan.
I want to see that.
Yeah.
I
With
remember an
stock
Origin
knuckle.
video. I remember an Origin video. There was like a really old Origin Cup video with
Is that winter one?
yes.
Ah.
And at the end of the video is just like carnage, everybody crashing. Oh no, sorry, that's a different video. R34 Autobucks D1 GP
Yeah,
car.
yeah.
Origin that one.
Right. Like old Fukuyama-san and Takatori-san's R34 drives that event.
Yep.
I thought that, yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I wish I could like go back in time and see those like
Yeah.
events. Because
Yeah.
they'd be so
Yeah.
crazy.
15 all the years me, like Galapagos flip phone. And these size of the drifting footages on that.
Yeah. Like the
Videos.
240p
Yeah, maybe like,
video clips.
yeah. Exactly. Even, 240p. Yeah.
Didn't you say that they're doing an Iketen at Meihan? They just announced.
July.
Yeah, just announced. Yeah, today.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah, cool car.
We should.
I should have came for that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, All Stars this year is in October again, so.
Yeah.
And I was,
Just about,
I was talking to
biannual trip.
I was talking to someone the other day about doing another event in that time before or after Kansai All Stars. So it's like 2 weeks for people to come over, witness one event, drive another event. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Don't know how much energy they have at the moment to try and facilitate it, but we were talking about it the other day.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the recent one was so successul.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty insane.
Yeah, that event.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come on, Yusuf.
Amazing. That was amazing event I have ever been.
Really?
Yeah, because I really love overseas people
Yeah.
to like talking with in English, and like I really love to meet new peoples,
Yeah.
and then also we can drive together at the track, and also so many like Japanese legendary drivers, even like Tomoya's,
Yeah.
like Mushi-san,
原口さん言ったんだ。
原口さんいましたね。
Yeah.
326 Power Boss.
Yeah. The 180 he brought was really cool. Definitely like different driving style based on the car. But,
Yeah,
like,
there
still
was a
very
couple of
cool.
cars from like Hiroshima. The light blue S14.
Shinkawa-san.
Yeah, he's south. Okayama.
I think Hiroshima.
Yeah. So their driving style is different to like Kansai driving style or like Osaka, Nara and stuff like that. So it's cool to see that in one event. So if they do another one, it'd be really cool to like just send out invites to like lots of like different people and hope that they come. Like I'd love to see, I think his name is Nakamura-san. He has red Modify 1 to 180 SX with SR20VE. He drives Nico lots. Man, that car's amazing. But I'd love to see like Sylvia's from up north come down or like us from Sylvia's down south go up north for like Sylvia events. That'd be pretty cool to get together. But
Yeah.
another event with lots of like foreigners coming over and then getting some more guest people and stuff like that would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
And try and tie it in like around another event where people can drive and then also witness like driving as well, because experiencing it is one thing and then driving is another. So
I would love to come to a Kansai All Stars.
Please come.
It looks so cool.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend.
Yeah.
Like, actually, I think
You have to be like a huge drift nerd to like enjoy, like to make it through the whole thing. Like as a spectator.
As a spectator, yeah.
Yeah. It's a pretty fast day.
Yeah.
But like in the backgrounds is like a driver or somebody helping. Like I don't qualify, but I help everybody.
I see.
In mainly Casey or like on All Stars Day, like I try and help Osaka members and stuff. But like everybody that came over for Thrash event spent a week getting cars ready up until like 3-4 o'clock in the morning. That is the same as Kansai All Stars. People are like preparing their cars till like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, like for a week, and then get to All Stars and everybody's just like,
Like I have to drive now?
yeah. It's a big event and nobody prepares for it.
Exactly. Every single time.
That's how they all go.
It's how the cookie crumbles there every single year.
Yeah. All right, so we're getting the cheat codes on how to hack whatever area you live in into building really good drivers.
I think, yeah, like learning to drive in Australia, it was really hard to get help, I found.
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe the culture or maybe the people's personalities is like, you have your close friends and you talk within your friends like, oh, I want to do this differently. How do I do this better and stuff like that. But to go up to somebody completely random and be like, I want to be a better driver. I think you're a good driver. Tell me what you're doing. It doesn't happen, I think.
I think in Japan as well, if you are very good friends with them, you can, like he can tell the tips how to drive.
I think like from seeing how like Naoki is and Takumi as well, like at a normal drift day, people will come up to them and say like, oh, my car doesn't feel like this, or I'm not doing this very well. Can you give me advice? And they give you a lot of advice. So
I guess people are good at giving advice here. I think there's like a lot of confusion on like what setups work, and
I think
there's like a
it's
lot of disagreement in the US on like
what's right and what's wrong. And yeah. I just think like Japanese people, because they invest so much into doing that hobby, they help each other.
Yeah.
So like
interesting.
by all having a similar hobby, they all help each other in way of like giving advice or like, you know, I think, I don't know, maybe it's,
I still remember like when I broke my diff at Meihan in 2015, I try to like change myself, and then one ball nut is very like locked. He helps me a lot, but like at that time I couldn't conversation with in English. He couldn't get conversation with in Japanese.
shut them up.
So we can't talk much.
Yeah.
I just say maybe like thank you.
違うって. You went to Meihan with open diff.
Yeah.
And in morning, changed to two-way.
Not diff broke, but I realized open diff. Then, yeah.
That
Did
was
you
when,
buy the car?
like,
or not?
Buy the car and then straight to shakedown. And
Cool.
then that one is my third car, like after flip my S13 to new S14. At that time, he was there. And I was there, but like I didn't realize my car was open there.
That was maybe like my second year, I think, in Japan. So I used to go to Meihan by myself, and I would know maybe like one or two people that were friends with Jesse.
Ah, yeah.
Yusung, Wanbyo. I think him and somebody else were like two people that I knew. So if I went to Meihan, I'd like try and talk to them. And I think you knew Yusan as well. So he was like, oh, he's changing diff. And I was like, I'll go and help. So it was like that sort of trying to make friends at Meihan because you need friends at Meihan that can help you get home if you crash.
Yeah. I think also at that time I drive the car from home.
I was still in 180.
Yeah.
I think the first time we talked lots was Bihoku.
In 2015, I think.
Yeah.
That was D1SL driver search day. He was there and I was surprising to see him in Bihoku. Because I didn't know his like contact and I didn't follow his Instagram, I think, at that time. And then he was there.
No Japanese.
Yeah, no English at that time as well. And then I just doing that. Then
I think that was after I helped you with diff, and then and then from there, lots of ramen, lots of bowling.
yeah, we getting like hanging out, and then I decided to learn English by myself from 2016.
Yeah.
Then still not enough, but like at least I can conversation with people.
Podcast in English, no problem.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Long time ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
My Aussie friend, his name is Jeff Reuters, his best mate. I met him. After that, like I decided to like learning English. He changed my mind, and I haven't been to overseas like from 2016. That was my first overseas trip when I was 26 or 25.
I did the same.
Yeah,
I was 26 when I came here.
really.
Yeah, it was my first time
Yeah,
leaving the country.
that's cool.
He was so nervous.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was so nervous.
I remember going to your house night before.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I needed to give you something, but I went to his house, and he was so nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm flying to Australia tomorrow.
What were you afraid of?
Just like conversation in English. But like it was fine. But yeah, my first Aussie trip was a blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Queensland Raceway.
Cool.
Yeah. They had some more Matsuri event, and I met some of his good mate.
Oh my! You drove Morgan's car.
Yeah, his name is Morgan Drewing, and then he let me drive his car whole day with brand new tires.
I think I know him.
Morgan
Yeah.
Dowling.
Like
Yeah.
upside. Upside.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Yeah, good dudes.
Yeah, good dude. Yeah, I love him.
He's YouTube famous now.
Is he really?
Really? Right. He's working at
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Yeah.
What's that?
Snorkels, like for four-wheel drives.
No way.
Yeah. So a business that started making like mufflers and exhausts and intercoolers for like drift cars, and then a lot of our friends and stuff stopped drifting, and then they started doing four-wheel drive stuff. So
That happened in the US too, but it was like all the like stance people.
Oh.
They were like, we can't like get over speed bumps, like, and cops hate us. Like, let's just build
crazy four-wheel
trucks.
drives.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's working there now, doing like
Yeah.
all sorts. But I miss them. Good friends.
Are you ever gonna go anywhere other than Australia?
Nah.
I'm not sure yet. But like I really wanna come over to US one day.
Me too.
Because I never been to.
Never.
Never.
Well, definitely come to California.
I
I feel like Northern California is like the driving the U.S. driving sister city of like Kansai.
I just
ish.
it's
Ish,
amazing
yeah.
how some guys will travel so far in America to go driving. Like
Yeah,
Branden drives so far. To
I
go
just
driving.
did 14 hours towing just to drive like a kart track, and I towed my street car.
14
didn't even bring the race car.
hours.
Yeah.
You can go Hokkaido
One
from
day.
here.
Yeah, one day.
That's crazy.
Is there a ferry?
Wow.
Yeah. But we don't have tolls, so
Freeway. That's
yeah.
why.
We're doing like 75 to, well, you're not supposed to in California. It's 55, but only until you get caught, you know?
Like Jimmy was showing me on the weekend, like his 2-car trailer and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy the trailers that people have in the States.
Or
Like,
just like anybody could just go buy one and
like to have a trailer here, you have to have a truck license and then a truck trailer license.
yeah.
But in like Australian American stuff, you can have a trailer for a car on a normal license.
That's
What about those, like,
generous, yeah.
The stack trucks that like carry 2 cars or whatever.
So
Like,
that's
do you have
a
to have a
truck
special license?
Yeah.
No, that's a normal truck license.
We need another one.
For Nidaizumi,
Yeah.
Nidaizumi what you got.
Like middle size
Yeah,
of
medium.
truck license.
So
Okay, so there's different licenses for
Yeah.
different size trucks.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder if Julio has that. I don't think he does. I think he has an international driver's permit and he was driving it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I doubt that they don't know. They don't know his last name.
Arrested from podcast
Yeah.
for driving truck.
If the Japanese government ever found this podcast, I don't think they'd even know what's
You've made
happening. They'd have to make it like 2 hours in to however long it's been. I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like funny though because when I lived in Australia, I really wanted a Japanese like 2-car truck.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
Yeah.
But now in Japan, everybody has like single car, 2-car trucks and stuff. But to see a trailer overseas now is like really cool for me again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have a Tundra and a car trailer.
Stop.
Whereas everybody in the States is like, nah, boring. I want a flatbed or
We're
like,
I'm honestly, I'm living your dream right now.
I want a Tundra again.
Yeah. Ugh.
So
What a fucking rig, you know?
Like my goals is just like pick a track, maybe Hilux
Yeah.
with trailer
Yeah.
is my goal. But you guys do.
We
that.
think that like stacker like trucks
Yeah.
are the coolest thing ever.
want what you can't have.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, it's kind of crazy to like be here, and this is my 4th time here, and now I'm kind of just like existing through Osaka. Like I'm not like I didn't like get off the plane. And I'm like, oh, I'm in a different world. Like now I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, this is like another part of the world. Like, and I'm here, and I'm like, gonna go eat, and
Yeah.
I guess I'll go to Meihan for the day. Like, like the first time I went to Meihan, I was like, this is the greatest day of my life. Like,
Really? It still happens to me. Every time I
wasn't
drive
driving.
Meihan, it's like amazing and it's exciting.
Yeah.
So.
Like
well, if I was driving, maybe I'd feel different. But I've been there like
every single
8 times
time?
to watch. So
it feels different
yeah,
where I drive Meihan.
It's kind of dangerous. Like, if you don't go driving for, say, 2 months, you get used to like, like some time off. I have like, hobbies and stuff. But when you go to Meihan and drive Meihan, next week, you want to go again. And then you want to go again, and you want to go again.
Just
like,
keep driving.
it's the type of place where you just want to keep driving and driving and driving.
We're
do you think it's like a chase of perfection?
It's, yeah.
addicted.
I keep driving bad recently, so I keep wanting to get revenge.
I
So
see.
it's like, when's the next day? Or like,
Yeah.
I want to get it right. I want to get it right. I want
Yeah.
to get it right. So a lot of people probably go to Meihan and they're just constantly like, this wasn't right, or this wasn't right, or I want to try and get this better, or I want to try these tires this time, or like things like that. So
I think it's nice having like one track to just do small increments on and like find. That's like another thing is setup and like pushing setup and trying like getting to try like having, I don't know, like 100 people with the same car driving the same course.
Yeah.
Somebody makes like a change that like works really well. Everybody like does that.
but at the same time, there's so many people that rock up with cars that they built yesterday. and they just drive really good because they are just
know
really
how
crazy.
to drive. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think like the biggest change for you was? Like when you got to like, what was it like the biggest level change? Like when you were here and
Drifting experience.
then, yeah.
Hard question. But yeah, I didn't wanna spend tire costs for rear at that time. And then so I use a lot of story tires, and then I changed to like a little bit sticky tires, and then I could get what I liked the style.
I see.
So I tried that style with street tires on it,
Well, it
but
didn't
like
work.
I couldn't, and I didn't work. Also, like I took the whole videos and it didn't work, and then yeah, like mentor told me you should choose different tires, like which is sticky tires. It's pricey but worth it. And then and then I tried to use it. It worth it. It works well, and then it became me like to the another level, I think. But like depending which track are you driving into, I just thinking in my opinion, yeah. But
Everybody at Meihan's too serious though.
yeah, too serious.
Recently,
Yeah.
everybody is very serious at Meihan.
Like how so?
Tire choice. Some people are doing like weight of car, making cars lighter, changing weight.
Oh, like weight distribution.
Yeah.
Yeah, some
Are they doing
people
like ballast weight and stuff, or is it just like lightening certain parts of the car?
some people remove to the actual like stock fuel tank, then put like K mini cars fuel tank.
Just to save weight.
Yeah, save the weight and something to do work well.
Do you have low blood pressure? Well, I have the medication for you. It's called Fuel Lab. Just kidding. Just like humans need blood pressure, cars need fuel pressure and oil pressure, but we're talking about fuel pressure right now. And there's only one place to get your fuel pressure set, dude. Like if you took your car to the doctor's office, it would be like, wow, you have great fuel pressure or blood pressure. What, I don't know, I'm lost. Dude, Fuel Lab, code Goodest, get yourself a discount, freaking pressurize your system and just to get all the glory. Get all the glory on the dyno day, and don't let the tuner laugh at you because your pumps aren't strong enough. If your tuner's like, your pumps are too weak, like I know you've probably heard that before and you don't want to hear it again. So get in the gym and get on fuellab.com. And I think that's their website, and use code Goodest. Fuel Lab, baby. Fucking pump it up, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
With their like rear glass is like smashed it.
Plastic glass.
Plastic glass on it. It works well with 180SX or something.
Wow.
Yeah, everybody trying to like something different as different drivers to commitment.
I guess we'll see what the next step is, huh?
Well, the new knuckles, I
Yeah.
think, is like everybody is starting to get them now.
Yeah.
So
'Cause-
that's changed the driving a bit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's like a completely different setup.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like less scrub, different knuckle,
Yeah.
longer control arm.
yep.
Yeah, every driver has like who really wanna like that style or something like which is crazy driver style. I really wanna do that. And then something not copy, like just inspiration into me and just try. But you know what knuckle are they using and like different knuckle. Maybe I'm gonna try that knuckle to be like that style or something. everybody tries so hard something.
What do you think the future looks like?
I'm not sure. I think nowadays is craziest, I think.
I think that like
Maybe flying? Maybe next 5 years flying?
hovercraft.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm actually kind of excited to see if people start using 8.6s at Meihan. Like, I really kind of want to see a new chassis at Meihan and
Well,
see
like
what,
ZN6.
yeah. New
I saw one on
8.6s.
Monday. I
Uh,
saw two of them,
yeah,
but they weren't driving. You know, they weren't doing like the
black
line.
fenders.
No, it was just it
You
was
know?
it was kind of stock.
Kato-kun,
Yeah,
it's good.
Everyone who drives them says they drive great, but I haven't seen one do
Meihan, great.
the right way.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think like
It's gonna take
seeing
another 30 years of development to get that car to drive the same way.
yeah, maybe, but at the same time, I think with what people understand about cars now, I think it will probably be faster to develop that car for Meihan.
True.
20 years of like Sylvias at Meihan or 25 years of Sylvias at Meihan.
Could be 5 years in ZN6s.
Yeah, I
Huh.
reckon. So that is hopefully kind of going to happen. I want someone to start testing out new chassis so that if
Yeah.
we crash Sylvias, we can go and use their
Yeah.
Do
knowledge.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have someone else pioneer it so you don't have to.
Yeah.
Because I will continue to drive this track and anything that's available.
Yeah, if maybe like Takumi-san or like Naoki-san doing like something new thing,
Yeah.
everybody very interested
Yeah.
about like new car things and new setup to be,
Yeah, it'll happen.
yeah.
Yeah. Do they just like try stuff and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't?
Sometimes they like I think like I might be wrong, but like because Naoki's gone to an 8.6 for D1
Yeah.
Formula D on things, he started testing and understanding. Like I remember he said like Drift Masters was interesting because the way he set up his car and how they were setting up their cars was totally different. So it was interesting for him. So, and I think Kawabata-san has practice turbo ZN6
Yeah.
as
Didn't
well.
know
So, like, I think because they use them as competition cars, they might start using them as practice cars so that they can transfer stuff across. But if they start doing that and start using them at Meihan as much as possible, it'll might start letting people go to that direction, or people that have that car maybe decide to go to Meihan and drive again. So, but for the moment, Sylvias are still around, so they're just really expensive.
Yeah. Hopefully they just don't get to the Hachi prices and I think things will be okay.
I think it may be inevitable.
It is.
It may be inevitable, but
I want to know how many Sylvias were produced in Japan versus Hachis.
there'd be more.
Yeah,
There'd
definitely.
be more. I mean,
Because it was a very popular car here.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, you still see old people driving around in completely stock like 180s and
Yeah.
That's cool.
S14s and S15s. So
Sometimes, yeah.
every now and then, like a one owner Sylvia will come up for sale, or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
still out there.
It's like the Japanese Camaro or Mustang.
You still see the around, like the Camaro or
Yeah, you'll see like an
Mustangs.
old guy in like a nice, like his, like a Spec R,
yeah,
like S15 is like the,
completely stock.
or like maybe Corvette, I don't know, like one of those chassis, right? Like it's like the Camaro with the LS in it. Like I don't know anything about American cars. Look where I'm at, you know.
So it's the guy that drives a European car.
Yeah. I put a Japanese engine in it.
Yeah.
I'm not a Euro guy.
Yeah.
Like you said on the weekend, like they're a really good chassis to set up, and it
Yeah.
seems to be a pretty good chassis after Formula G on the weekend. Like both Connor and Adam did pretty good in them. So
Yeah. They're like, oh, we want new cars because blah, blah, blah. And then people, you know, they just, it's still S chassis and like E36s and like, I do think like the ZN6s do well. But yeah, like I think these chassis take like a lot of development to like make them
work.
Yeah.
I think like these straight out as like a pretty much factory car with a set of coilovers and a diff you can go and have fun in.
Yeah.
Whereas like, yeah, the newer stuff, because I don't know, maybe chassis are stronger, or, you know, there's so much more technology in the cars, like traction control, blah, 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 blah. It's hard to set them up to just go and have fun as like a standard car.
Yeah.
So like your first S14, T28, coilovers diff.
Yeah.
My first 180 here, T25, coilovers diff, boost stock, or stock boost, and then just drive. So, but you can't really go out in a stock 8.6 and have as much fun as a stock S14 or 180.
Yeah, I think so.
But
It's closer to the American
Yeah.
version of the S chassis
Oh.
because it's 100 horsepower,
Yeah.
which is what I started with.
Yeah, we learned from that, like stock cars, a lot, I think.
My first one, like my first S14 in Australia had 370 horsepower.
That's too much.
I built full Toma engine
Really?
and I had no idea. And then when I moved here, it's like, here it was like standard 180. Go drive standard 180.
Yeah. Good to learn.
I want like T518Z and cams and computer. And
Yeah. No.
stuck. So that like driving progression, I think, is what makes people really good here.
Interesting, and also someone who like, I guess the hierarchies like kind of work out in that way, because it's like it really is good advice. Like it is like, no, like that's what you're doing, and you're like, I don't want that, and you're like fucking trust me, you know. Like, we don't really have that in the States. I mean, I guess we kind of do. There's always like good drivers and people like look up to them, but that's people still kind of like do their own thing. I feel like Americans are very like want to do things their own way.
Yeah, everybody in America and overseas likes to buy like lots of car parts and fit them to their cars and be involved in
like
developing
building.
the car and building the car and set up this, set up that. Whereas Japan,
Like not much driving time. Just building a car.
Yeah. Wow. But here it's like slap a car together and just go drive, break it, fix it, drive and break and fix it, drive. So then when you get serious, you start getting serious setups and being a better driver than your setup, which I'm not at the moment. But but yeah, it's like setup in overseas is better than driver skill. Here, it's driver skill is better than setup. So
Yeah. I'd rather be a good driver. I'd rather drive a shitty car beyond its means than drive a built car weak. Yeah. It's just cooler.
but I think like people overseas drive different cars a lot. Like some of my friends in Australia, they'll have a Silvia, and then 2 weeks later they'll sell the Silvia and they'll have a JZX. And then 2 months later they'll sell the JZX and they'll have a Silvia again. Like they'll change lots of different cars, whereas here it's like you get this and you don't change it until you crash it. And
I'm of that mindset too, though.
if you crash it, then you get another one because you can use your parts again, or like
I think that is like a really good piece of advice for like people learning is like don't change your car, and then don't like unless it really doesn't work, and then don't change the chassis because it's like then you're relearning. I don't know. I feel like sticking with the same thing and just like driving is like the best thing you can possibly do.
Like my S15, I got Takumi to drive it the other month because I just did not feel comfortable.
Yep.
I was like, it's weird in the front. It's doing this. It feels like the nose is doing that. He jumps in, brake pads.
Really?
He knows.
2 laps, brake pads, change them.
And it works?
It feels better now.
Weird. That's cool.
Because like I was playing around with like springs and like how much compression and like all this sort of stuff, and he was like, brake pads.
That's experience though.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
my coilovers, and I just changed all my like steering kit, but I had the same stuff on the car for like 10 years. It was same coilovers, same angle kit, same control arms. Like 10 years I didn't change anything. Same gearing, same gearbox.
Same gearbox.
Yeah.
You never broke.
No, actually, now I think about it, I have the same transmission that came in my car when I bought it.
that's epic. That's epic.
I've blown up a lot of output flanges on my diff.
Is it still got that rubber thing in it? Is that the BMW or is that the later BMW?
That's the Guibo. Yeah, I haven't blown up a Guibo yet, but the flex disc, that's like on the drive shaft coming out of the transmission. I keep breaking the they call them stubs, but like in BMW world they're called output flanges. So like the diff stubs.
Oh yeah.
I twist those in the diff, and it's like driving me insane. But as far as transmission,
but like.
Third gear is starting to vibrate pretty bad though, so I think it's on its way out.
I think there's a lot of people here that their car doesn't change drastically, and they know their car so well that when they go to a different circuit, they know how their car is going to be, but they just don't know the circuit.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of people, like from experience in Australia, would go to the same circuit time and time and time again, but every single time their car's different.
Yeah.
So
I made that mistake a lot in the early days. I'm like, I'm not driving how I want. It must be the car, and it's like, no, dude, you just suck. You need to drive more. It's not the car. I used to take my hood off because I was convinced that it was like too much weight and it was making me understeer. Yeah. I needed like a boss to fucking tell me like, no, idiot, like just drive better. Like you're understeering because you suck.
yeah,
Not because your hood's too heavy.
yeah. But you know, like.
But I'd take the hood off and I'd understeer left, so I was like, that's got to be it.
So that's the
It's
thing,
not me.
like,
There's no way.
getting someone to drive your car and then them telling you like the car is okay, you just need to practice.
Yeah. It's
That
actually
changes your mindset so much.
yeah.
And like the visual aid of seeing your car do what you want to do and being like, well, I need to just concentrate or I just need to get comfortable. So it's like what I was saying, like on the weekend at Bihoku, having that stop-start point to like reset and drive a corner, and drive a corner to get into a rhythm.
Yeah.
That's just comfort.
Even Casey was saying that it was weird, like not coming around the other way because it like threw off his whole setup for the entry. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. Like, especially if you like have it kind of like locked in and this is where the car needs to be here down at this point. Like, yeah, it's all that little stuff.
Meihan reverse. How like many years you drive Meihan the same direction, then all of a sudden drive it in reverse. It's a completely different world.
track,
And it's so much fun. But it
looks
looks so scary, but it actually, do you think this? It's not as scary as normal direction.
I think so, yeah. Where the
Walls are still there,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel scary anymore.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
Huh. Yeah, actually, like, just having this conversation now, I didn't realize I haven't, like, changed my suspension in 10 years.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Actually, I just changed all my steering stuff to heat maker because Julian's making BMW.
True.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So that'll be cool. It still drives really well. So I just have to relearn it like a little bit. But I mean, what do you do? I don't know. Like, what do you do? I think having at least some kind of baseline and having like, be like, this is how people who drive this track well set their car up. And then once everyone who drives like pretty well does that too, when they start doing better, that is like, you're literally like A/B testing. You're like testing these like theories on like car setup. And then like, they're like, okay, well, this person did it and now they're driving better than me. So that must actually work. And then all that feedback kind of like goes back up to the top, or like, you know, they try something and it doesn't work, or they're still driving well, but other people try it, they drive worse. Like it's like really interesting.
That's the whole boss thing, I think. Each area has a boss.
Yeah.
They test out things.
Yeah.
And then they give it to their customers or their friends or like something like that. And then they then level up or they do something different. Or
Yeah. How do you become a boss?
it's not like a boss, but it's like, I don't know what. I don't know. How's that happen?
To be able to the boss in each prefecture,
Yeah.
like just good driver.
Good driver?
Yeah.
Like time?
Time here.
Maybe like somebody that's been driving for so long.
So long and like
They know the tricks and they have their experience.
yeah, older than us and
Kohai senpai.
senpai and they know that everything like about tips. They realize everything.
And of course, everybody wants to know how to set their car up the best or how to drive better. So having somebody who can actually help is key.
But if we don't have like really, really good friendship with them,
They're-
so
you're not-
they won't tell right thing.
Sometimes.
I see.
But like sometimes, but like specific.
Yeah. Like really, really small details. Like
Yeah, the secret stuff.
Yeah.
The secret sauce.
Yeah. Because they learn that things themselves with long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty important information for that.
I think Japan being so behind with social media
Yeah.
that it's still a conversational country where you talk to people and go and meet people and discuss how to do things, whereas Australia and America and stuff like that, it's like, I'll send a DM to this person and ask them what their specs are.
Yeah.
In Japan, we don't do that.
Yeah.
We never do that. Yeah. Some people doing that, but
Yeah.
that's pretty.
Maybe phone call.
Yeah, maybe.
But never a random DM to, hey, what are you
That's
doing on
so
the back of your car?
rude.
Yeah.
Why does it move like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like some of like Instagram followers like asking me like, what's your setup? But like I did tell.
yeah.
But
I
But
even
in
get,
Japan?
I get it with
Nah.
customers.
yeah.
Like I've had customers buy cars from Japan and then they try and find the previous owners in Japan and they contact the previous
Yeah.
owners.
Just to like,
Because they want to know, like, when was it built? Where was it built? What shop did this? What parts of this?
And then luckily your customer find mean color or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Old logs and stuff like that. And I'm going to try and contact this person, but I sent an email and didn't get a reply. It's like, what did you expect?
they sold the car. They don't want to like help you.
Yeah.
But that's like, I think that's the difference, like in sort of like culture thing is like overseas, like particularly when you buy a car from Japan, you want to know the story behind it and it's part of buying the car. It's exciting.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's sort of like no fear of asking questions and stuff like that overseas. Like if I don't ask and I'm not losing anything. Like if I ask and don't get a reply, I'm not losing anything or stuff like that. So people will send some pretty interesting messages at times. But
Yeah, I've gotten some weird ones.
what front bump are you running, man?
Yeah.
Some of it's pretty cool. Like
I'm fine. I usually like answer stuff unless it's like, secret sauce stuff. Like we gotta be friends. I'm not gonna just like give you all the cheat codes.
Cheat codes, yeah.
But like for the most part, if people ask me like setup stuff or like what I'm doing or whatever, like if they're polite about it and they like go about it in a nice way, like I'm happy to share stuff. Yeah.
I mean, I don't do competitions and I'm not competing to beat anybody, so I've got no special secrets. So it's not like I've set my car up any different to like everybody else. So
Yeah. Someone's got to go out and put the like trial and error time in to like find out all these little details.
I mean, it's a Silvia in the end of the day. It's a set of coilovers, a diff and an engine. There's not really that much that you can do different. So
Yeah.
like I think everybody knows like 8.6 kilos or 9.5s and stuff like that, and
Really similar setup.
Yeah.
Just
so
techniques.
technique.
Yeah.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Don't have your steering wheel too high.
Hey?
Yeah. Steering wheel height.
Yeah.
Loose harness so that you can do this. Passenger seat, fold it down so you can see out the back window.
I wouldn't need that.
How do you go with your fixed back? Passenger seat. Do you see okay?
No, actually, in my opinion, I don't look much like that.
Oh.
I always check my onboard hood edges, and then like I try to like moving my neck into the wall or somewhere on the point, but like my eyes like that, and then like that, like. But I'm not kind of like that person, but I should try more. But
Yeah, I kind of I don't know.
yeah,
If I'm if I'm looking at the B pillar,
yeah,
I'm usually, I don't know, I guess it's like hard to tell. But like, I guess when you look at like GoPro stuff, I guess you can see where your like neck actually is.
Yeah.
But I don't ever like fully
maybe like
roll.
maybe
Might be different though because you're left-hand drive.
Yeah. Well, I haven't driven
But if
Meihan.
you're going,
yeah,
because you'll be reverse direction, so you would be looking that way, whereas we're looking that way. But the same, like I don't like having passengers. Remember,
yeah.
we had a good crash together.
I like his passenger seat to like he really want to improve his driving style, and then I told something like hint and tips, and he did so well on the first lap, and then like second lap he did so hard, and then where the like last corner and to the paint, never come back, hit the wall, and then my seat belt is just genuine 3-point seat belt, but like so loose it.
I think we headbutted.
I was like boom, boom, boom. Like I was like boom, and then I haven't felt that hurt when accident a car,
Yeah.
and then like daijoubu, like are you alright, and then I was like I'm not okay. Yeah.
I don't like having passengers.
Yeah. After that, I didn't ride any passengers.
Yeah.
Not much passengers. Yeah.
You're like, I'm not getting in.
Yeah. That was hard crash. Yeah.
And then recently, like Nick from Australia jumped in passenger seat, first lap crash.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Trust no one.
Yeah, everyone, don't come in the car. with me.
Yeah. Don't trust anyone.
Actually, on Sunday, someone was like, "Hey man, can I come in for a lap?" And I was just like, yeah, sorry. Like,
No.
I'm not in a good mental.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think knowing like when to say no to that is good.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad at it. I'm always just like, yeah, sure, get in. They're like, how does the harness work? And you're like,
Yeah.
like, we gotta go soon. Like, we're like next, you know. They're like, can I take a selfie? You're like, oh god.
But yeah, like having passenger at Meihan
Yeah.
is hard, I think, because it's more blockage to view.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So like
Because we need the angle.
Yeah, that's where you're looking.
you're looking.
Yeah.
So if you get somebody in the car that has their arm here and they're holding here, or they have their phone because they want to record, as a driver, you can't see shit.
Yeah. Also,
Interesting.
we can feel if you had a passenger side person,
Oh, this too.
it's gonna be heavier
On that side.
and then where the brake and initiation point has difference,
Okay, I see.
little bit heavier. So couldn't stop.
So I think like if a driver at Meihan can have passengers, like I think Ryota's really good because passenger, no passenger, he knows the change and can change the driving.
Oh, interesting.
So that is like
you
really
have to adjust
impressive
your
to me.
line just for having a passenger.
Yeah, because you might come up shorter or you might float more or
Yeah.
the flick here will act differently because you have a different weight there.
But you know, like sometimes, like some people is like quite big person I have on the passenger.
Yeah.
So I get a very early entry because it's gonna be crash right after brake. You know, like yeah. That's the point.
I've definitely given some ride-alongs, and you're like, okay, like weight matters.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like a feather like me.
Yeah.
Like everybody's heavier than me, so I notice the difference.
I feel bad because I know I weigh like 200 pounds. I don't know what that is in
Kilo?
the rest of the world,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, I notice like when I get in sometimes with people they have to drive differently, or they're like, oh, I did it sick before, and I'm like, yeah,
You'll be okay.
you just added like 200 pounds of ballast weight to
Yeah.
your car, so
You'll be okay.
yeah.
Yeah. I had a like very like big person.
I remember my first time seeing Imamaida-san at Meihan,
Yeah.
maybe 2014. He used to have brake rotors,
Brake
like
brothers.
rotor,
Yeah.
cable, like wire to strut brace behind.
Oh yeah. He
For weight to
Yeah.
add ballast weight.
Yeah.
he really loves brass things.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I saw it and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like you look at, I find James Dean really interesting. Like he's pretty open with what he does on YouTube with building his cars, and he's very much like even weight in the center of the car between the axles and stuff like that, and moving things. Yeah, so like NOS tank here, fuel tank here.
Yeah.
So it's like his weight in the driver's seat, and then what is close to a passenger seat, or like where he positions the tank, and
Like actual race car stuff.
yeah, like
We're
full-
definitely getting there.
there. It's there.
Yeah.
Look at like a touring car. Like
Yeah.
strip a touring car back, like no chassis and stuff, like no fenders and stuff. The chassis are pretty close to what a Formula D car is now, or like what some people are building with like
Yeah.
tube front pipe frame, whatever you want to call it.
Plus, like, you know, 1,000,000 horsepower. Yeah.
No limit on like drift cars, whereas you go to your touring cars and stuff like that,
Yeah,
they've
it's like
got
300.
300, 500 horsepower classes and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the crazy thing about drifting, I reckon.
Yeah.
Rock up what you got.
Do you ever think they'll put like a horsepower cap on it?
In Formula D?
In
or like
anything.
in anything?
Yeah.
I mean, they got tire restrictions.
Yeah. That's
So,
really the only limitation.
Weight and tire restriction is the current limitation, but do you want to see horsepower cap? Like restriction? Like you're entering this competition, you can't have 500 horsepower, you can only have 350 horsepower.
Nah.
No? Interesting. I would like to see it. I think it's difficult with drifting because you can use different cars.
Yeah.
So,
Like horsepower doesn't matter. Like you can't just do like a horsepower cap.
Yeah.
It's like tire cap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tire is.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, like if you have 500 horsepower in a Silvia, you can be, don't hold me to these numbers. This is like my sort of rough equivalation. 500 horsepower Silvia and a 700 horsepower JZX would be both competitive against each other because of the weight.
Yeah.
Right.
I need more power. My car's heavier than that's chassis.
Silvia,
Yeah.
just drive faster.
I don't know. My friends are pretty fast,
Yeah.
and they're all like
That's good.
turning their shit up. But I can keep up still, for now.
Is it E36 is very light?
It's
Weight?
heavier.
Heavier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a couple 100 pounds heavier than a like S13 or 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Silvias are pretty light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're very light. Yeah. I don't know how long this podcast is going, but
How long now?
Oh,
it's been a minute.
10:30.
Yeah.
10:30 now? Wow.
See, chatting away, having a
Yeah.
good time.
Goes by quick.
So it took 2 hours already?
What time did we start?
8:30?
8:30?
I
8
think so.
o'clock. 8:30.
Wow. It's time.
I can
goes
tell
so
you,
quick.
I don't have
English
my
is not
glasses,
that
so I
bad.
can't read the number up there, but there's a number.
2 hours and 14 minutes.
No way.
Yes.
It's good quality.
Finally, I could have joined your podcast. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude.
We're not ending, are we?
Dude, yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine like you were here in person
Yeah.
at my shop to set up all the stuff to podcast on it, and then I can conversation with 2 hours, over 2 hours. So satisfied.
I'm trying to think of a question to ask you,
That's
but
okay.
I can't think of anything.
Anything, yeah, you can ask me.
Okay. You probably can relate to this, but like when you first got into drifting, who was your favorite driver? I like asking Japanese people. this
I
question.
think when I see the One Grand Prix videos, I really like Kazama. S15, that's
Yeah,
why
boy.
green.
Yeah, boy.
I still love
yeah, boy.
that. At that time, I still like the color of green. Also S15, and then he was there maybe like 2004. He was there.
Champion? 2004?
Seeding. But 2004, yeah, not champion. I think
Maybe 2005, 2006 champion.
exactly. 2004 was Ryuji Miki, and then 2005 and 6 is Yasuki Kazama, and 2007.
Yeah.
Who did get one? Something, yeah.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, that was my first time to see my favorite driver is, and also Drift Heaven DVD Volume 2.
Drift Heaven.
Yeah, Drift Heaven DVD Volume 23. They had Nobuteru Taniguchi S15 and Yasuki Kazama S15's driver techniques, which difference they had, and then
That's cool.
they driving Ebisu Minami circuit, and then so HKS Hyper Silvia has lots of power compared to Kazama's S15, 2.2 liter SR, but like he had maybe 2.1 liter GTRS turbo, like 400-ish horsepower.
Kazama always had small turbo.
Yeah, with Nismo 6-speed, and then like his shifter work is amazing. Like third, first, second, third, fourth, first or something. And then I really impressed his driving on that video then became my favorite drivers in 2004 when I was 15 or something.
What was when was the first time you like went drifting? You bought the car, but what was where did you go?
Good question. Like street to getting donuts, how to donut.
Yeah.
But I used to wear the very bald tires on rear.
Yeah.
And I did maybe like 5 minutes to like figure eight and like donut turn on that toge.
Cool.
Yeah, just very close by from here, like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I get used to it. Then I think after 2 or 3 months, I went to Meihan vehicles for practicing like skip pad. Then after 1 week later, I took to drive first time Meihan vehicles.
Wow.
Fast.
Because I really don't want to forget my feelings.
Yeah.
And then I decided to go 1 week later, the event Hitomigo Track Day.
Back then, Hitomi Go.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So when I was 18, I took that Hitomigo Track Day on the first time to drive Meihan Sequels. And I couldn't do like first corner, but like infield section, I did like everything.
Oh wow. So you got good fast.
Yeah. Not fast, but T28
Yeah.
is enough for beginner drivers
Yeah.
on that time.
Yeah. That's fast progression, like or leveling up
Yeah.
quickly.
I still remember I wear 16 inches R32 wheel. Yeah, I still remember that. But like at that day, still wears exact same tire on the front.
Oh, on ours.
Yeah, I used that tire when start drifting.
Best tire.
Yeah, I still using same tire on the front.
That's a great front tire.
Yeah, I think great tire. Just balance for drifting. Amazing. Not too sticky. Not so angry.
Slippery.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
I
the
love
fact
it.
that they're stiff in the sidewall. So it feels more direct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when winter and when like summer, it's totally good tire for front. I just guessing.
When we were at Meihan, my friend Julio had like some like destroyed Kendas up front. And one of the guys, one of like the older guys that was driving like walks over and he was like, dangerous, like dangerous. Like he's like, and then he walked over to his car, he's like, best tire. I'm like, it's R1Rs. I was like, yeah.
Probably Kawabata or something.
I never seen like who wears Kenda front in Meihan.
Really?
Long
Like,
time, very long time.
Yeah.
I used to use KR Nimarae.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Was it KR20?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Very dangerous.
that's risky.
That's all he had.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's like, I like seeing what people do overseas and looking at like who has grippy tires, front, rear, what they do, what they don't do, and things like that. I think that's kind of like maybe a little bit nerdy, but it's interesting to me now is like what's available overseas, what people use overseas, and
Yeah.
what they complain about and what they have and what they consider. I mean, that's the best thing about YouTube now is you can watch people's like, this week I'm driving here and I've got this, that, and that. And then at the end of the vlog or whatever you want to call it, they're like, oh, this wasn't good. I'm going to change this next time. And you can like look at things and be like, I'd do this differently and stuff like that. So
Those are the bosses, the YouTubers.
no,
Well, those
like
are
just,
our US bosses.
no, I like you can flick and find all sorts of people now on YouTube. Like there's people that have got like, 1,000 followers and they're doing, simple things. Like I think I found a couple of different people from just doing the like Queensland Matsuri recently. Seeing what the event was like, and you find people's videos and they talk about different things. Because now for me to go to Queensland Matsuri, I don't know anybody. There might be like 5 people there that I know, whereas it's kind of interesting to see who's driving, what they have, what they say they think is good and what not's good, and what Australia's doing with cars. So it's interesting for me. And then what we do here and how we do it differently and stuff. So
Yeah. Is there anything that you think that's done better in Australia than Japan?
better.
Yeah, that's a dangerous question.
Another,
Australian cars look cool.
yeah, very
They
beautiful.
always look cool.
Yeah, always looking beautiful.
There's no walls to hit. I mean, there is, but generally Australian cars always look really cool. Nice paint jobs,
Yeah, nice paint. Yeah.
nice wheels, all that sort of stuff. Low
Yeah,
cars, they
nice,
look cool,
yeah.
but I prefer like setups like this. But
Yeah.
yeah, but that's the thing is like, I think overseas it's all that drifting is image is still really strong, whereas now in Japan drifting is drifting. It's about the driving. It doesn't matter whether you've got the same fenders front and rear by the same maker, or if you've got a complete body kit, or if one panel's black and the rest of the car's green. It doesn't matter. Like it's
Just keep driving.
it's about driving at the circuit. So I think in terms of what's done better overseas is like they make sure that their cars look cool. So I think.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What's your favorite driver when you start drifting,
Whoa.
or when you were young? Who's the first one?
Me first?
Yeah.
For drifting only?
Yeah.
The first video that I remember like in detail, like I remember the whole video, like it was like the beginning. I don't even know how I think I figured out what drifting was from like Gran Turismo. And then I would like type that into like Kazaa, like the torrent. It wasn't even it was like file sharing. They didn't even have torrents yet, or was it torrents? I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't torrents yet. It was file sharing, and I think I found the Jesse Streeter like
Wow.
video from here, and that was like the cool because I ended up having like a white S13 coupe later on, and I realized like I think that had like a big inspo, but I didn't know who it was. Like I didn't know. I just saw like Sylvia in
Bay
Japan.
Area.
I didn't even know what part of Japan it was. I didn't even know what kind of car it was because I had never seen the front end of it. It just like looked cool because like once you put like a kit on like a, on an S13, it like really changes like what it looks like. So I didn't know what car it was. I didn't know who it was, but like that's like burned into my memory.
Yeah.
And then when I first started really getting into drifting and like I got like kind of, I would go to event. I went to like FD and stuff, and I thought it was cool. But I think I found, the Stewie Bryant Inertia MS
Stewie
like Meihan Friends Day video.
Yeah.
Like the song, the like it's just like
Caribou.
yeah. I still listen to that song sometimes, like just to like
Was that one Caribou? I think
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That like just like the I don't know, it was just like gritty and like Meihan and cars driving.
Do you know that video?
Is it like Origin Meister Cup one, right?
After.
After
Yeah.
After.
But that was like this is like probably like 8 years apart, maybe more. Because like I got
When did Stewie was here in 2012, maybe
yeah.
around that time.
That's like
So
when
it would have been an event during then. Yeah.
that's when I was like getting, like that's when I was like a driver.
Is is it like very shadow, like filters video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And then last ending is crash,
Yeah.
crash, crash,
Yep.
crash one.
Yep. Yep. And I was
then,
like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
And then like Naoki-san and Nishio-san doing like very close
Yeah.
chase.
Yep.
They do the crossover in that video,
They did.
don't they?
That was
Yeah.
yeah. That was the first time I've ever seen anything like that. I'm like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen. Yeah. So that was like that was like my early like driving inspiration.
Yeah.
Like in two different like parts, pretty like far apart, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I have two.
Yeah.
Kazama. And
Why?
so there was hang on. There was a video that I found and it was called like High Speed Drift or something, and it's at Mobara and it's S180, S14, S15 and then RX7.
I think I've seen that.
And it's like high speed drifting, and I think it actually might be Taniguchi driving. But from that, I found Kazama in-car videos.
Is that D2D? Nah.
I can't remember.
Like driving lessons video?
All I remember from like the video is must have had like microphones in the engine bays, and it had like the coolest like flutter noises. So it was like cool noises, looked really fast, and I liked red cars and Sylvia, so it was that. But then, so it was Kazama, because I remember seeing him sitting on the door and doing donuts and stuff.
Oh,
and
that
then
was-
the Nico video of him driving with like really crazy steering.
Rodeo Drive?
Yep. And then I'm going to have to put it out there that this is going to be really embarrassing because it's one of my good friends now is like Pickering.
Yeah. Christian Pickering. He's the best.
There was a video of him driving at Oran Park or I don't know, I can't remember which circuit, but they had, and this is really embarrassing actually, Motive DVD that now does like all the GDR DVDs and stuff. He did a video a really long time ago of 5 or 6 Drift Australia guys trying to do a big entry competition. And Pickering just blew it out the park. And like, I actually think Alexi's in it too. There's like Alexi, Pickering, a couple of other guys are in it that are like old school sort of Australian drifters, but I saw Pickering and I was just like, this
Wow.
guy's boss. Like,
Sick.
he always had the coolest Japanese cars in Australia. He always had like a really, really calculated, aggressive driving style. So I was a bit of a fanboy back in the day of old Pickering, and then for some reason we've become
met.
friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was kind of one of the guys that I looked up to when I started driving.
That's cool.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Strange.
Strange.
I really want to meet Kazama someday.
Yeah.
Just to have like a little...
He was in Formula Drift Japan last year because
Really?
I helped my friends who compete Formula Drift Japan, and then he was in like different team.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I didn't say hi. But
Did you see his...
You
like?
should.
I should.
Did you see his last Minami video that he did?
Which one?
So, but just, I think last day of Ebisu Minami,
Oh yeah.
he went and he did like in-car footage, and he had like sore arm or something, a really sore arm and no tires, and he like says like, okay, like last 2 laps or like really, really quick, like last run ever at Meihan, at Minami. Insane. Absolutely insane. Like,
He never changed
no.
the style. Yes.
That's like his style is so smooth,
Yeah.
so calm,
Yeah.
looks so easy. He's not like
Yeah,
behind the
very
steering wheel. It's just super
calm.
like cars going here, cars
Yeah.
going there. I need second gear, I need third gear. Like crazy.
And then smiling. Always.
I got another question.
Ooh, here we go.
What's the thing you're most proud of that you've done like in drifting over all these years?
What's that,
Ooh,
sorry?
that's a good question.
Was that sorry?
Like, how do you sort of explain? Proudest moment. Proud is like where you feel so happy. So like something that you've achieved or something that you won or went and drove or something that makes you like really happy that you think is the best
Interesting.
for you, yeah. As a driver.
For now, how do I say? I really want to get the one to ride Kansai also Grand Prix. That's my most proud moment for me, if I could. So that's like my goal, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because I tried so hard every single years, but last year was my best results I ever had. Like I did overall 7th finish. But if I could 2 more win, I can be like finals. So that's my goal, to get podium or get win something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because funny thing, I getting battle in best 12 with my former Drift Japan's same teammate.
Yeah.
So he is a spotter. I'm a kind of mechanic. So we are in same team. So all over Japan, like together, and then we hanging out a lot, and then we talking a lot. But like in Kansai All Stars Day, we are in the enemy actual battles, and then I did like 120% of driving, but like he did so well, and then I couldn't get that one, but like he so deserved it.
It's always nice when somebody like says like when you drive with someone or against someone and they say like, yeah, good job.
Yeah,
that's always like,
very good job.
I think whenever that happens, it's a nice feeling.
Yeah. He was on D1 Street Regal Drifter. When I was 16, I was watching his driving in Bihoku in person. And then for now, like he was a same team crew and we could get battles on best 12 at Kansai All Stars.
That's cool.
And then we still, getting conversation on the phone call sometimes,
Yeah, I guess the longer you do something, the more people you're gonna meet from the like new people and the past people.
Yeah.
And anyone that stays in it.
Yeah.
It just gets smaller and smaller. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm out of questions.
Dream car?
Hey,
Dream car.
my dream car? Maybe like drifting car?
If I said to you like more,
Whatever.
I'll pay everything, build. What do you want?
Maybe S15. 2JZ.
Oh, that's surprising.
But maybe not. But like,
I'm not mad at that.
you know.
I want to experience it.
Yeah.
No, but like, I still feel like drifting is very expensive hobby and the sport. So I could have TD06, S14 still. So I still so happy to have this car. Yeah, 2 of cracked money. Yeah. But yeah, if doesn't care the money,
TJ,
I would like
S15.
to get more power And then I think which engine I'm gonna swap it. Maybe to JZ if doesn't care money, but does care money.
Yeah.
So S120, I'm so happy with it. Yeah. You guys same? Yeah. No. What's your dream car?
I have like dream scenario. Do you remember old magazine with Taniguchi 180 S14 S15 red?
Like private car.
All same vertex,
you
all
wanna-
ABS. I want.
So you want to correct the whole series in one.
I want one of each.
Not actual one car, right?
I want all three.
Okay. What's your dream motor?
It's always going to be SR20. 2.2 HKS.
That's
Yeah,
your dream.
That'd
right?
be cool.
Exactly. What about you? What's your
Oh,
dream
no.
car? Doesn't care about money.
Don't care about money.
And you can choose chassis and motors and
Does it have to be a drift car?
yeah. Not exotic cars.
Yeah, everybody has dreams.
I got like a couple. I don't know. I want like a bunch of stuff. Like I've always wanted a JZX because I'm kind of like a Toyota guy, and I love JZs. But I don't think they're great drift cars. I drove one, but they're like, I don't know. They just drive different than I want to drive. But I'd want one. I'd really love an S15. I don't know what motor setup I'd put in there, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep driving them. I keep getting in situations where I get to drive them, and then I'm always like, this is such a good fucking car. Like, I want one so bad.
It's because Sylvia's like, these feel soft. S13s feel old. Every S13 in this area that you ever get in, brakes are weird. The clutch is weird.
Yeah.
You turn the steering wheel and it feels like, is it really going to turn? And then S15s, because they're still newish,
Yeah.
they still feel
They haven't been
Solid.
flexed out for
some
20
are pretty
years.
bad.
Yeah.
Newish, but 25 years old.
I don't know. That's like one thing I like about the E36 is the steering and like the chassis feels like rigid. I don't know. For some reason, I just like how that feels. It's like more predictable for me. So like S15 has that similar like steering feel that I like.
I'm still getting used to it.
Yeah. I don't know. Sloppy like fucking old S13 shit. I'm like, what? I've driven some like really not good
Questionable
ones.
cars.
Yeah, and I'm just like, yeah. I don't know. I do have like a dream build that I want to do, but I don't know if it would be a good drift car or not. Yeah, we're far enough in the episode. No one's fucking.
Yeah, gonna hear about it.
I want to do like a 190e with a JZ in it.
190E.
Yeah,
Is a BMW?
Mercedes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like the boxy 4-door. It was my first car. Yeah, my first car was a 190.
Was it the first car that you stole from your mum that you talked about?
No, that was a Volvo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
No, I was like obsessed with like touring cars. I thought they were like the coolest thing ever.
Like the old British ones.
Yeah. Because they're like slammed on the ground and big wheels and race cars and liveries. And I don't know. I just love that. But yeah. 190, not like, obviously not like just like a regular fucking 190. Like I want like I have it. It's built in my head. I just need to do it. So.
Put out some more podcasts and let's make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to have to do a lot of podcasts.
That's how it works, isn't it?
I'm going to have to do a lot of podcasts just to get the... Anyway. So don't forget to like and subscribe. You knew it was coming.
So we are in,
comment, like, and subscribe.
yeah, we are in ending.
Yeah.
Like, don't forget the subscribe and like the buttons.
Follow everyone. Buy all the
Merch.
Splash merch so he can get his S15.
S15.
Yeah.
You're on.
Maybe. Maybe.
Taniguchi is just too much of a boss that it's just like, no. Like his 180 S15 now, amazing.
Yeah.
His old cars, HKS, everything.
Yeah.
Vertex, amazing.
Yeah. The stable of drift cars is kind of the dream.
Be cool.
Yeah.
Be cool. As much as we sort of talked about like having the same car every time you drive and the same setup, it'd be cool to be like, next week I'm going to drive this. That week
Well,
I'm going here. I love that one. Like
You can
this
have like different levels, you know.
Meihan car, other track car.
Yeah.
That's dreamy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. We'll get there one day.
Yeah.
After all our hard work
Exactly. We are.
and our dedication to the sport,
Yeah.
we will
Keeping the secrets in.
yeah, we will one day financially be rewarded
Yeah. Finger crossed.
for all this financial ruin we've
Yeah.
been putting ourselves through.
Yeah, I would like to have like more cars to driving because I used to have practice T20 car,
Yeah.
like very similar setup as this S14, but I sold it when I started this businesses.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I have two cars, I can try like something different to practice car and like different gear ratio so we can drive somewhere. Like this car for Bihoku, this car for just competition in Meihan or something.
Yeah.
At least I want to have like two cars in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's a good goal.
yeah, to Google.
That's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said Google.
Yeah.
Hey Google.
Hey Google,
Searching.
get Yota
Google,
second car, please. Yeah.
please.
Yeah. I think we're done.
Yeah, cause
I need to pee.
neighborhood getting sleep. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I'm gonna make the train if we go eat.
Yeah.
I don't want to make you have to drive me or take a really expensive taxi.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
I can drop you off at your hotel. For sure. Yeah. That's why we can have dinner at least. Then
We haven't eaten anything too.
I haven't eaten. I'm so hungry.
yeah, I'm so hungry because when I like maybe 1 hour before and I make so much noise on my stomach, I think it helps.
The mic can't hear
Yeah,
it.
I wish I can hear it.
Yeah, no, it didn't.
That. Yeah.
But if it did, that'd be hilarious. I'll just edit it.
Mid podcast.
So hungry.
Yeah. Yeah. Because 11 p.m. now, so we're gonna get ramen or something.
I'm so down.
Yeah.
I love ramen. I have a ramen tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah.
And Japan's one.
Yeah.
Wow.
Except my Vietnamese friend did it, so
Wow.
that doesn't count.
Is that octopus?
Yeah.
Wow. Green octopus. I like it.
Under the sea.
Artistic.
Octopuses go.
Yeah, you can see the hachimaki.
Kamikaze style.
Yeah, like Nihon. Wow.
Yeah.
I love
What all
it.
the foreigners buy when they come to Japan and think that everybody in Japan wears it, but we don't.
Exactly. Yeah, my friends from Australia, he wanna have the like ramen tattoo on his knees, and then can you translate? Yeah, for sure. And then like he's got like tattoo with a ramen bowl with some cute character in it, which is we call it gudetama. Inside of the ramen bowls, and then like he's got like that. Good job.
I know who that is. I know what that is.
That is Tom Gray.
Was that Tom?
Yeah, He's lived in Australia, but like he moved to, I think, Canada now.
Isn't he in New
Sorry,
Zealand now?
New Zealand.
Yeah. Canada and New Zealand pretty different.
Yeah, he's living in Queenstown now, I think. Yeah,
He's bicycle.
yeah, bicycles now.
Yeah. Drifting doesn't last forever.
Do you get people asking you like translation, like how do I say this in like Japanese lots?
Yeah,
for like making stickers and stuff?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Do you sometimes want to just say like the wrong thing?
Like more, yeah, fluent. Cause, yeah, I still remember like when I go to first time to Wild Time Attack in Sydney, Australia,
Yeah.
Easter Creek, and then like that show car has a banner, like it translated like something funny. Like fuck the police. He wanna say it in translated to Japanese. The actual fuck the police. And I got so much laughed in Japanese sentences. It translated just actual fuck the police. Not fuck the police. Like it translated to like that. Thanks Google Translate. Yeah, I just want to tell.
Yeah.
I gotta tell. Yeah,
Yeah, that's so funny.
yeah, that's best day ever. when I found it, that's why like I'm the.
Do you take a picture?
Nah, but like that,
You should.
I'm the only the Japanese people around that car, and I was so laughing. Straight to translate by Google Translate, and just actual fact praise. That's so funny.
I think that's like the fun thing about living in a country that speaks a different language is when people come over and they're like, oh, I want to say this. You can just mess with people so easy. Like,
Yeah. I was halfway getting through this other tattoo here, and then I was like, what does that say? And he was like pulled out a phone and like told me, and I was like, yeah.
we're gonna stop there. Let's
No,
not do that.
no. I was like, it was totally fine. But he's like, you didn't ask. He's like, he didn't like had no. He didn't think that all that I like didn't know what it said.
It's like the joke in Australia where like people go to Bali or something and they get like a tattoo with like a Chinese character and they're like, yeah, man, it means like luck, and then it means like something totally different. Like,
It's like ham sandwich, like tuna.
Yeah. So, actually,
so if you're gonna ask Ryota to do translations for stickers,
Actually-
be careful.
I've seen like some funny like story of the tattoos. So Ariana Grande really into the Japanese,
Yeah.
and then like she learned Japanese something, and then she actually released Seven Rings is a like song's name, and she wanted to have like Seven Rings in Japanese, but like straight to translate.
Yeah.
That's a shirin, we call it in Japanese. But shirin meaning is just barbecue grill in Japanese. And then she hated Japanese too, like running Japanese. So
Oh my
she
god.
has a like Japanese barbecue on kanji on the arms.
No one told
So
her.
this is actual thing there.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, Japanese barbecue.
We like in America, we love the fucking like anything that's bad English. Like for example, like when it's like a Japanese brand and they like
Do English.
just do English and they like get it really wrong.
Yeah.
We think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like when it like doesn't really grammatically make sense, or it's like, chase the wonder of worlds the end or something. Like we fucking eat that shit up. You're like, oh, it's so, I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's really funny when it's like, I don't know. Like when I was here like 6 years ago, I was walking around looking at like shirts and like the Downtonbury, like I don't know what that area is called, but they have like a bunch of like random shit. And like there was always like weird, there was like a shirt that said like dad shoe battle. And I was like, what? Yeah, just like really good shit. So it goes both ways, you know.
Japperish.
Yeah.
That's a good time.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see some like, yeah.
Yeah.
Some like old guy in like a shirt that like doesn't like, it's just like, yeah.
It's always the best when it's like a notice sign that's really bad English.
Yeah.
Where it,
Yeah, some people wears like that.
no, like
T-shirt?
safety, like if you go somewhere in Japan and it's like caution, be careful, but the English translation is like
Japangrish.
yeah, like really, really bad and makes no sense. Like
Yeah.
I haven't seen anyone that says fuck the police.
That's the funniest part ever I've seen. Yeah, just actual like on the like big window banner on the show car.
I saw one in Australia and it was like, I think I sent it to Dino as well. Like it was Street Hunters, but they'd done it in katakana. And it was just like, why
Like,
not just do
same
normal
as-
Street Hunters? Like,
Yeah.
sorry, Speed Hunters or something. Yeah, Speed
Same
Hunters.
as, yeah.
And I sent it to him and he was just like, why not just do it in English? Like, because that's not cool enough to then do it in katakana. Like, it just looked real bizarre.
I don't know.
It works the same
Yeah, it
here. Like,
works.
it's cool overseas to have, you know, kanji and Japanese stickers.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's cool to
Yeah.
have English stickers.
Yeah. Well, if you ever needed, you know,
Some sick English.
someone to spring, I'll just send them my way and I'll
Like authentic.
I'll make sure to make it not terrible. But I'm pretty bad at English, so like I can
Run good hard.
I can actually like just do it in bad English, you know.
Yeah.
Run good hard, Meihan style.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put it out there. Who is team, chim, chim?
I saw that and I was
What are you
like,
talking about?
Did you see that?
they all had back window banners and it just said team.
Yeah.
Chim, chim.
Yeah.
Team, chim,
I
chim, chim.
saw it. Is that like last week?
Was that a joke for that event? Or was
I think so.
Is
yeah.
that, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I don't know if they like rolled with that or not. I don't know. There's like the team.
Team.
There was so many people with that banner that it could not have been.
We were getting
it's not like-
confused.
It's not like a real
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I think it was for that event, and maybe it will turn into something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I think they did it as a joke.
Because like even a
Based
couple...
on the people that did it, it was a
Yeah.
joke. Because like a lot of those people are already on teams.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was pretty confused. Yeah.
But they went the next level of having it in English and then doing like team or chim. And...
I just want to know whose idea that was. Honestly, half those guys have been on the podcast already. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Except for Jet. Jet had it on his car, and he was on the podcast, but it's a cursed episode that's never coming out.
It's a cursed episode.
Yeah.
Was that cursed episode?
Yeah.
Cursed means like bad luck.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can talk about that over ramen.
All right, bye. We're hungry.
See ya. Thanks for having me.